All right, boys and girls, how we doing tonight? It's the year-ending show for State of the Atmosphere. I got a couple of friends here to talk about everything 2022, headlines, movies, best TV shows, all that good stuff. And I posed a question on Twitter. I guess I'm probably put it up too late, but the question I have is this. When I was putting the thumbnail together, you see I got Jack Reacher, I got the guy from the Terminal List, and I got Maverick on there. Have we seen the return of the alpha male in pop culture? Sure looks like they're taking the media by storm. We'll discuss that and several other things as we wrap up 2022 here on State of the Atmosphere. All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for the year-ending show for State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and I've got a few of my friends here tonight. The first guy in tonight was from Pop Culture Minefield, our good friend John Das Wolfen, better known as Das Wolfen. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm doing great, man. I actually had to go back to work today. My work week has been pretty open here lately, but yeah, I had to go back to work today and do a bunch of stuff that needed to be done around the house there on Stoner Avenue. Isn't that a great name for a street? Stoner Avenue.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've got Matt from Small Time Republic. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you.
Good evening.
You said that Arkansas is kicking the crap out of the Wildcats? Yes?
Well, the Jayhawks.
Yeah. The Jayhawks. That's right. Kansas. I'm sorry. I get those two confused all the time. But yeah. And yeah, I love it because I think they beat us this year too. So I want some revenge. That's good. I like it. I like it a lot. Go Arkansas. Go Razorbacks. And lastly, he just ducked in at the last second. It's...
Speaking of Stoner Avenue.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, Danny?
You caught me. I was trying to sneak it in before you put me on.
How are you, man? It's good to see you.
I'm doing good, man. Glad we got to do that extra show. That was cool.
Yes. Last night we were recording the New Year's Day episode of the Dork Night, my man's new wrestling show, and I'm really happy he's decided to make me his co-host on that show because I do love my wrestling, and it's making me watch it now. So yeah it's very cool. Yeah, but we did an extra show last night, and should I
just
give
the two
it away?
of us. Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
should I give it away? Okay.
Yeah.
If you're into wrestling, I don't know when he's going to show it. He put what he calls in the can, something he can put out whenever he wants to. Yeah. And it's just all about All In, the independent wrestling pay-per-view that actually started AEW. And
it was cool. I'm enjoying so the Christmas episode was my first time editing.
Yeah.
And it was baptism by fire, but actually by the end of it, I'm actually enjoying it now. Mm-hmm. Going through and watching, kind of watching us, in our we have great chemistry. I tell you what, because a lot of people would probably, if they didn't know me, would probably be like, "Fuck this guy."
Right? He's such an ass. But that's not.
But I do it all it's all in jest. It's all in fun.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, we all. So it's been a lot of fun, and I haven't got to even start on the the all-in episode with just the two of us yet, but I'm looking forward to editing that one also.
Yeah,
So,
you're probably going to get that down to about 45 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
I would say. We went for about an hour, didn't we?
we went for about an hour, yeah. So
Okay. Well,
like I said, it'd just be like a bonus episode, you know.
yeah, exactly.
Now,
And
is
he'll
New
drop
Year's-
it when he wants to. Huh?
Is New Year's going to be a normal episode, or is that something
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can
Now
Well,
that
wait, yeah,
has to do with
we
the
rec-
scandals of last year. and
Yeah, that'll be a normal 2-hour episode. That we went at least 2.5 hours, so I should have enough to get 2 hours out of it. And I learned a lot from last week. The show was about 8 minutes short last week, so this week I'll make sure to get it right at 2. So
Yeah. It just takes time to learn it, man. It's no big deal. Like I told you, I think you can go ahead and add up the time for your ads, right? Because you already know how long those are going to be, and then just trim everything down.
Yeah, he gave me this time around. He said that the KGRA ad is at 57 minutes because I had that meeting with him and Bill.
Right.
So and they've given me all those videos. So I already had.
Excuse us for a second. We're just talking shop. Excuse
Sorry.
us for just a second.
Sorry,
Go ahead,
guys.
man.
So at the 57-minute mark, I put in the 3-minute KGRA ads that they've already given me. And then if I want to do like my Dork Night Designs ad again, which I really dig with the videos, that needs to be more at like 2.5-3-minute mark, and then so that's
you're getting it. You're getting it.
Yeah,
We'll get there. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Lord Toth. He says on my way to dinner, but hail. He's probably listening. Rhonda Rivers says hail chat. That's the Royal Fox right there. She gone to her meeting tonight.
That's your wifey, right?
Yeah, that's her. Yeah. Anytime I say Foxy, that's her, man. Yeah.
All right.
That's my Foxy. Yeah. And Ron Phillips says, sup, gents. He is in the middle of moving this week. We may be going without him, by the way, Matt, Sunday. He did mention that to me. And so we'll be ready, Ron. So don't you worry about that. You get your ducks in a row, man. If you
Speaking
can join
of
us,
Sunday,
Sunday.
Sunday's football. That's what you're talking about, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm not a football guy, but these guys here at the Popcast, they popped my fantasy football cherry this year, and I must be having beginner's luck, dude, because I'm in second place overall, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I'm playing for the champ.
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
Said I'm playing for the championship in my fantasy football league this year.
Yeah, I don't
Right on.
play it. Matt, you play fantasy, I would imagine.
Yeah, I was media. I think I'm 500 in both my leagues this year. So
Really?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I can
500%. In other words, he went even on his wins and losses, buddy. That's how
so-
we decide who's the winner and who's the loser.
So
in
right
football.
now-
winning percentage, buddy.
I'm 11-4-0. I'm in second place. I've got 1,672.30 points, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So that's
Good
how
job.
they
Good job.
that's how they do it. On
You'll
this.
figure it
It's,
out, man. You'll
yeah.
figure it out. Ron says I'm playing in my championship as well. So, John, you and Ron are doing well, man. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it helps. I have Mahomes and Kelsey.
I have Mahomes
Kelsey,
also.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hey, money right there when
Yeah.
it comes to fantasy points.
Yeah.
I don't play fantasy because, look, now, I'm a lot older than most of you. So at the turn of the century is about when this stuff got kicked off, fantasy football.
Oh, really?
And the first year, it's been around for a while. Let's see. Oh, my God. Ron says, I've had Wilson. My team has won despite him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's impressive if you're in the championship game and you had Wilson on your squad. Good Lord, man. But anyway, my first year playing, I was like John. I had a good team, and I did play the waiver wire. I waited about 4 months 4 weeks, about a month into the season before I started playing it because I wanted to get an average going. But I rode Sean Alexander and David Boston of the Arizona Cardinals, that big-ass wide receiver they had. He looked like a tight end playing wide receiver. and I rode those two to a championship that year, man. Rivers Rangers. That's what I called my team, you know.
So I guess I would know if I was in a championship. So does that mean I just got second place, and like whoever got first is in a
You
championship?
probably
thing
got
now?
second place in your division. Is probably what
You're doing Yahoo, right?
Yeah.
If you go to your league, click on league,
Mhm.
and it should
Okay.
show you the brackets.
Okay.
Yeah. Trust me, it's championship weekend this weekend for fantasy. So if you don't have a game this weekend, then you ended up second in the division or a conference or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's good for your first time out. That's great. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
But here's the problem I had with fantasy football, guys. I got tired of rooting for a Raiders wide receiver. I hate the Raiders. I can't stand that team. I'm sitting there rooting against them, but this guy needs to get 100 yards for me and a touchdown. No, it totally took the enjoyment of the game out for me, man. I was rooting for teams that I couldn't stand. Even to this day, if for like playoff seeding or something, I have to root for a team that I just don't trust and can't stand. I hate it. It drives me up the wall.
Oh shit!
Man.
No, I'm in the finals. It says, right. That's what that means. Like, hold
I
up.
guess
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me.
That's what it means.
Yeah, it says final
Not-
Dork. Yeah.
Well, there
See
you
where
go.
it says the Dork
Good
Knights
job.
versus the
Well,
Mad.
you better get
Cows?
the right lineup, sir.
Shit.
Just remember this time of year, man. That's rough.
Make sure to
man.
watch out for the Thursday night game.
Right, you gotta.
Yeah.
You really gotta watch it this time.
Well,
of year
right now,
because
my
some
whole
teams are
lineup-
mailing it in, man.
Yeah,
You know?
my whole lineup
Yeah.
right now seems to be. I mean, at least there's no buys or injuries, so everybody's good on it. So I just have to keep an eye on the games, I guess.
Yes. See, and you used to give Ron. You used to give me shit about that guy too. My cousin Philip Rivers. Come on, bro. Philip Rivers
I'm
was the
surprised-
best fantasy quarterback ever.
So-
he
so
would
Phil-
throw 4 TDs, then choke at the end of the game and lose. Ha ha ha.
So Philip Rivers coaches a high school the next town over from me.
Really?
Yes,
Oh
he does.
man. Is he from Alabama?
He's from northern Alabama. He's from the Decatur area,
No kidding.
and he actually played against my college roommate in high school. Oddly enough, up there.
That reminds me of a joke. Where do all the lesbians live in Alabama?
Oh no.
Well,
Decatur.
I don't know where. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Decatur.
yeah. Well, my roommate was from there. He. I guess technically he's not a lesbian. I don't know, but yeah. But now Philip's coaching. Next town over for me. There's a Catholic high school. I assume
is
he may be
awesome.
Catholic based on the fact that he's got.
Do
like
you
9 or 10
think?
kids.
Because him and his wife,
Yeah.
dude. I'm not gonna say because I love the guy. I'm not gonna say what my brother said when he found out how many kids. He had.
I would say
he's trying to start his own football team, man.
yeah,
Shit.
or maybe around the 8th one, you go to Philip and his wife and say, "You do know how this keeps happening, right?"
Right? That's what, dude. You can ask my wife. I ask our neighbors that. It seems like this poor girl next door. She's a gorgeous little blonde, but my God, she's. Every time I turn around, she's got a bun in the oven. I'm like, I did ask her one day. I was like, "You do know what causes that, right?" It's too
I'd be like,
funny.
I
It's
can't
a
say
vagina,
shit.
not a clown car.
I got 4 kids with 3 different women, so I can't say shit. I had to go get a vasectomy in 2012. I was like, I can't be
Wow,
knocking up
dude.
any more
Elon
broads.
says overall we need more. To sustain.
We need
No, we
more.
don't. We just hit 8 billion people like a month or 2 ago. Did you know that? We just crossed the 8 billion people on planet Earth. We don't need more people. We need less people. We need a culling. We need like a plague.
No. Okay.
You know.
All right. You're gonna join the globalists now. You're gonna thin the herd.
No,
bro?
no. I'm not talking about the NWO. I'm just talking about there's only so many resources on planet Earth. We got too many of us. We're like a
We got
fucking
plenty of
virus.
resources on
Now,
this
if you
planet,
bring up
brother.
the NWO, Dork Knight might have to play the theme music, and I don't know if we want that or not.
Right.
Oh, I meant
out.
I didn't mean this NWO. I meant the New World Order.
Oh no! There it is. All right. Looks like we got some. We got
Hey,
we got a
Anima.
young lady
Anima.
joining us this evening.
Just
What are you
wanted to
doing
wish you all
up,
a
Anima?
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Yes.
Year.
Happy New Year to
Yes.
you, Anima.
Happy New Year to you, young lady. What are you doing up?
It's only one.
Only.
That's 1 in the morning.
that's-
I'd be
No,
dead.
that's like late evening for me.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. Ron says, by the way, Derek Carr has been benched for the season. Yeah, I saw that story.
Yeah, my boy
Oh,
Stidham's
man.
getting the start. Yeah.
That means we don't get to wreck the Raiders' car this year for our last game.
I'm sorry, you stepped into a football talk, but
No, that's fine.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah.
I gotta go. So the reason I've been winning is my buddy JD has actually been changing my lineup weekly for me.
Yes.
And so I need to go visit him. What, Friday? Then is what you're saying?
No. There's a Thursday game.
Thursday morning.
Thursday
It'll
morning.
depend on who you have on
Yeah.
your roster.
You need
Okay.
to talk to him by Thursday morning because Thursday
Damn it, I
night
could have waited
you might
for
have
him.
a player in that game. So yeah, you need to.
So, well, let me. Can I read
am
it?
not.
You
no,
tell me. No. Okay.
No.
All right.
We're
All
not doing that. You talk to your advisor. We are not.
I will.
eating up
I will.
my
I
entire
will.
2022 wrap-up show with
Hey,
fantasy football.
I'm surprised
I might not
you
even
ever
play.
played. I'm surprised you ever did, because isn't that technically gambling, and isn't that kind of like
It
a conflict
is.
of interest?
It is a gambling thing, but here's the problem. Well, it's not a problem. I can do it all day long. I'm not addicted to gambling.
Bill with KGRA is calling me. I'll be right back.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, see ya. Yeah,
Oh, the big boss.
I would say it's gambling. Throw your avatar up, maniac. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's gambling. But I can play it all day long. I can play poker all day long. I can play any game I want. It's my wife who doesn't keep doing that shit. So
Dude,
this
remember
is
that-
Amelia saying hi, by the
that's
way.
it. Yeah.
You know what? I can't say it because we're live. But dude, remember the thing I told you yesterday?
Yes,
It's happening, bro.
that's awesome.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. Contain yourself.
Yeah.
Let's see. What
What?
does he say? Ron says, I actually picked up the Raiders to beat the Chiefs in week 18. That's changed. Okay, whatever. All right.
All right, let's get off this. Let's get off this
right
football
now,
stuff.
All right.
So what you said this was the year end.
This is the year end, man. We're wrapping it up, dude.
So you're making like a virgin on prom night and wrapping it up.
Well,
That's
I
great.
mean, I've got several top 10, top 20 lists that we can look at and
Sweet.
We can custom
What are we talking about? Movies, TV
We've
shows?
got headlines, we've got
Comics.
headlines from the year,
Okay.
newsworthy stuff. We've
Okay.
got TV shows. We got movies. I'm going to start with movies because it's my favorite thing.
Hey, no, that's cool. And I actually, because I've been doing this with a bunch of channels, I have my list right here, so it's all good.
Very good. Very good. Well, what I'm going to do is we got.
Danny
now,
is actually preparing now.
I am.
well, Now that he's running a show, he's like.
And by the
sometimes
way-
I think he's over preparing. Poor guy.
Wow.
I'm over prepared for
No,
tomorrow.
no. See, Anima and I are kindred spirits.
I hear you. Well,
I
I'll tell you what.
freaked Gary out when I showed him my sheet because I was like, that's too many notes for tomorrow.
Dude, that's what they were
No.
saying. Because I was like, I had 19 pages of notes, but I'd rather have too much than not
Wow.
enough.
I
You
hear
know what
you.
I mean?
Right?
Well, since
Yeah.
Anima is here, I'm going to go ahead and start with the pop culture headlines.
Okay.
of the year.
Okay.
This is from Entertainment Tonight Canada. Put this up. This list right here. I thought it was pretty neat, so I figured I'd use this. Hang on 1 second while I pull it up.
Ezra Miller better be on it.
Oh, I don't know if he will be or not. Who knows?
No, he's a
But,
fabulous man.
Number 10 on this list is Rihanna's pregnancy in February.
Oh, I didn't even know
I
she
know she-
was.
And Fashion Mogul announced she was expecting her first child with her
Who's a
partner, ASAP Rocky.
A dollar
Yep.
app.
Yeah, and I like
rappers.
Rihanna. I've got one of her CDs in the car. I dig her. So that was
music.
number 10.
The only song of hers I'm familiar with is the one she did with Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Number 9 was Uncut Jammas. Jammas? What is that?
What
And-
the
and
fuck?
On the February 9th episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast, host Alex Cooper asked actress Julia Fox whether she was then boyfriend Kanye West's muse. Sounds straightforward enough. She replied, "Yeah, a little. I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems. Wow, man, she's freaking full of herself.
I got a question. Why are you going with Canadian stuff? Because so far, I don't know either of these stories.
I understand. The Ticketmaster Taylor Swift fiasco. Now, this right here, man, this I have to give it to her. She's been shining a light on one of the biggest rackets in entertainment, if you ask me.
I mean, Pearl Jam did that 30 years ago, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know, but it needed to be looked at again, and I like the fact that she was doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not familiar with the story, but I'm glad that it's coming back around because, I mean, Ticketmaster never changed. Pearl Jam just stopped using them, and that's why we got all these other things now. Like, because Ticketmaster used to be like a monopoly,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, Tom Brady and Gisele Bundchen's divorce.
That was sad. I don't know why it bothered me. But,
Is it bad that I don't even know
leave
about
it to a
this
Chiefs
kid?
fan to break out the special effects when they're talking about Tom Brady. Yeah, man.
Tom Brady, look, you know what? You make all the jokes you want. Tom Brady's the fucking GOAT. He will always be the GOAT.
Yeah, he is.
For about 5 more minutes.
Dude, he just needs, if he wins 2 more, he'll have a ring for every finger. He just needs 2 more, right? Or 1 more. One more, right? Just one more.
2 more.
Hey, he's got 6 or 7. He's
played in 10. He's got 8.
He's got 8. Oh, well, then his fingers are covered. It's just his thumbs.
Fingers are covered.
His fingers are covered. Ain't nobody else going to do that. Not in my lifetime.
Not in
Come
football.
on. Not in football. Yeah.
Now somebody's got 11.
He's the GOAT.
Another sport.
Well, that's not football.
Yeah, I understand. But still, having 11 championships is pretty damn good, I'd say.
Well, I mean, if we're going to go there, you might as well. Well, then we might as well bring up Michael Phelps.
Right.
He's got over 30 gold medals.
Where do you guys fall on this? Whose fault was this?
Who knows? It's all speculation.
It sounds like she told him, if you play again, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
what a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck her.
And
are you serious?
Wait.
Good for him.
There's more.
He retired, though. He said he retired.
Come on, man. Ric Flair. That's all I got to say. Everybody, come on, man. How you going to tell a man? How you going to tell a man he can't still go? How? I'm channeling my inner Booker T. How you going to tell a man?
Ric Flair ain't Tom Brady, okay?
I'm wondering how much the FTX scandal played into this.
Right. Yeah.
Because they sunk.
Oh, did he lose a lot of money on that?
Hold on, guys. One at a time. What did you say, Matt?
Oh, I was parroting the Booker T, the infamous, we coming for you, Hulk Hogan, except Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Dude, you need to come on our wrestling show. I didn't realize you know some stuff.
Yeah, he does. He knows a lot of stuff.
I'm not on the up to date on the current stuff. It is nice that A&E being or AEW being on TBS and TNT in the past. It does make me think of WCW from back in the day.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love this dude. You even said it. You said it right. You said WCW. I love it.
So, I do have the proper.
No, it's like that. Did everybody here come to see WCW?
WCW.
Or did everybody here come to see the?
You guys are we're teasing Ron. He says, "So we're back to football."
No, just the news.
Is more like relationship stuff because it really looks like he decided to retire, and
don't they have kids though?
He was going to retire, and then what was it? A month later, it was within a month. You know what my brother said about it? He said it on the. I'll have to go back and look on the show and see when he said it. But he said, "How bad must this guy's home life be?" He's back a month later after retiring.
Here's something. Or go ahead.
I'm wondering if he didn't get early knowledge of that they lost the FFT, their investment.
Yeah.
And
you brought that up, but you didn't mention. Did they lose a lot in that? I guess. Did he?
Yeah, they both did.
Man. Yeah, they had a lot invested.
But here's the thing, like. Booker T brought this up last week on his Hall of Fame podcast. Like Tom Brady had like the most lucrative broadcasting deal in history to to just sit back and commentate like Troy Aikman does. At something like 38, 39 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
He'll do it.
But
That's
it's
the
like,
thing.
so because Booker T was like, he's like, dude, I would. He's like, if I could get 38 million sitting on my ass and talking, you best believe I'm gonna do that. I don't care how much money you gonna give me to play ball.
Man, there's a beverage here.
Yeah, Robo's got a pretty.
My point is, there's obviously something more involved in than just him
Damn.
wanting to play again.
So whoa, Ron. So for him to come back from retirement is a $500 million contract.
No. 500 million is the contract he could have signed with Fox.
With Fox. Okay. Well, it must have been like 38 million because I remember it was like 30 something he said. So it might have been like per year for however long. Or I didn't realize it was. So what the hell, man? Why would you not take that deal? No, I'm just saying if it was because of the NFT.
Yeah.
If it was because of the NFT thing, he would take that deal. There's no way he's making 500 million playing football, is there?
Well,
Man,
he's
there's no
probably
fucking
made that
way.
over his career.
Yeah,
Probably.
Well, if he-
has.
which is all gone.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
God, you think about it, guys. This guy has been on somebody's roster since 2001. Actually, 2000.
Hey, man, that's what makes him
That
the
wasn't
GOAT.
his rookie year when he played in the Super Bowl. It was his second year in the league. Right, Matt? Am I wrong about that?
It was a second year, and I will say this, especially early in the season. He looked gaunt. He looked like he had been going through a really hard time, and I don't know. It could be a combination of the divorce and the
FTX deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
But,
could be.
Well, I don't know, man. If he really lost that much money on FTX, why would he not take a $500 million contract? He's not going to make that kind of money playing football. There's no effing
Well,
way.
no, he's not on his.
Well-
but it's going to be that money's going to be on the table when he does decide. To
Do you
retire.
think so? They might be like, yo, if you'd have taken it then, it would have been this. Now we're only going to give you
He just-
$250.
Just got done documenting the fact that he's got more championships than anybody in football. Trust
Oh,
me,
well,
somebody
yeah.
will throw that
All
money at him.
He has
Yes.
a hard time walking away. When he was like, I don't know, maybe 35, 36, his dad said, yeah, he will play till he's at least 40 or 45, and they will have to drag him off the field.
No,
That's
no,
what I'm
no.
worried
He
about.
he needs one more. He only has 7 rings. I just looked it up. He needs one more to cover.
He's got 8 rings, man. Do I need to detail it for you?
Dude, sure. 2002, 2004, 2005, 2015, 2017, 2019, 2021. That's
You're
7.
right. He only has 7. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
My bad. My math was bad. I forgot
guys,
about the Eagles. I forgot about the Eagles loss. I
What,
forgot
Anima?
about
Since
that.
I don't know what you're talking about anyway, my date
Yes.
night is calling me back. So
Oh,
okay.
good.
Well,
All
you
right.
go have a good time with
All
your
right.
date.
Tell Gary I said hi.
You guys lurk every once in a while because we're not going to be on this forever. But
Will
you
do.
you take
Bye.
care and thanks for coming
Bye.
by and
Bye, Anima.
Happy New Year if I don't see you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Take care. But yeah.
By the way, there is, we can give him 8 with the caveat. When he was a sophomore at Michigan, I believe that was the year they won the co-national championship.
yes.
I'm talking about Super Bowl rings. I want
Yeah.
that man to have one on each finger. That's what I want.
Ron says, well, Mahomes is on a 10-year, $500 million contract right now. I looked it up to be sure. Brady has 10-year contract with Fox waiting for him for $375 million.
So that's what's waiting for him. Does
Yeah, whenever
since
he wants to go. So he
so
can
when-
keep playing.
so since Ron's on top of this, do you know what he got paid to come out of retirement and stay with the Bucks this year? Let me know if you do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it
Let's
was.
see.
Anyway, what was your next news story? We keep talking
Well,
about
I'm
football.
gonna- you're right. This is a little Canadian heavy, but we're going to get down to the top 3 they've got here. Let's see. Where is it? Yes, it's right here. Yes, one that we all watched and had fun watching. Justice for Johnny. What's up?
And there
You know,
were a lot of YouTubers that their channels
We're
really
made.
grew a lot covering the trial.
The umbrella guy, Tug.
Umbrella
Yeah.
Guy and Nick Rekieta.
Yeah.
Both.
Well, Tug especially.
Well, Nick was already
Yeah.
on his way up because of the
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse trial,
Yeah.
but
It's almost to
man.
the point where I'm like, Tug, brother, come on. Every video is about Amber Heard now. Like, it's
Well,
still to this day.
dude,
It's
that's
like,
what's making him money.
yeah,
Why,
yeah.
why is he going to steer away from that?
Hey, man, I guess it's still making him money because they. I thought it was over because they settled even though he won like 50 million, they settled out of court for 1 million because he's a nice guy. He just wanted his name cleared. You know what I mean?
And that's not, that's not crazy to me.
By
That's
the
not
way,
crazy
if
at
something's
all.
successful, keep doing it. For instance,
Yeah, totally.
for instance, Jay Leno, I didn't particularly care for the way he handled the Tonight Show, but from a rating standpoint, it worked.
Yeah, it
So
did.
he
Yeah.
kept doing it, and he knew exactly, almost to the second, how long to do his monologue, exactly how many jokes to put in there, everything, how many times to do the jaywalking segments. He knew what worked as far as appealing to the largest possible audience. So
Yeah.
sometimes what works
Let me get
what
this
works.
in here from Ron.
That's what I was just going.
Initially had
about.
a 2-year, $50 million contract that brought him to Tampa.
Yeah, so that's 25 million a year, but look at the one he put before that. So this 1 year to come out of retirement was only 15 million.
Yep.
I don't get that at all. Like why take 10 million less when you could just sit on your ass and make 375 million?
Because it's going to be there. And look, I'll tell you why.
He wants
Have
that
you
eighth
ever-
ring. It's
have
not
you
going to
ever
happen.
He wants that,
He
yeah,
eighth
right?
ring.
He better get it.
Hang on. Have you ever watched one of these athletes at their retirement speeches when they face the press and they retire? Have you ever seen that? The one I always remember is Troy Aikman's, because that guy, the length of his career was shortened drastically because of his first year in the NFL when he got clobbered.
Yeah.
Okay, he had so many concussions his first year; it shortened his career.
Yeah.
He only played correct me if I'm wrong. He only played less than a decade. It was like 9 or 10 years.
Yeah, but it was during my like high school, college years when he built up the Dallas Cowboy dynasty. You know what I mean? So like Troy Aikman, like
Hang on. Just
Sorry.
listen. You're getting off subject. Say that again, Matt. What were you
I
saying?
was to say, but both he and Michael Irvin had their careers.
Yeah, shortened drastically
Yeah.
because they were on bad teams to start with.
Yeah.
And
shitty offensive
if you
line wouldn't
saw
keep him
his
safe.
press conference, that man was in tears, saying, "I can't do it anymore." Right? And that's the thing about these athletes, dude. They all want to do it as long as they can because they know that once they stop, they're never going to do it again. Never.
I'm telling you,
it's going to be over for them. So,
Brady can still go.
By the
yes,
way,
he can.
At 49 years old, Terrell Owens is still trying.
Terrell
to make a
Owens
run.
could still suit up and do damage on a football field. I mean, you can say what you want about that guy. He's a flake between the ears, but when the whistle blows and you get him between those white lines, that guy dominates. I don't know if you remember that Super Bowl they lost to the friggin' Patriots, but he should have been the MVP of the entire game. He was out there on a bad wheel and just showed out in that game. It was ridiculous how well he played.
I think he may have even had a broken bone in his leg.
It
was
was his
significant,
ankle.
Whatever it was.
His ankle was jacked up, and
Yeah.
he was out there just killing it, man. But yeah, getting back to this one, the Johnny Depp story. I think we've had a lot of the oh God, what do they call that movement? Believe all women or whatever.
Me
the hell
too.
it's called.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good to see a guy that had basically become a victim of this stuff.
Well, I mean, in this
actually-
case, it was me poo, but
Right, me too. in this
me
case.
poo.
But
No,
you know,
Matt, that's a shitty thing to say.
so,
Oh,
I-
I get it. Oh, okay, I was like, okay. It took me a second. I was like,
now,
all right, I
Now-
need to clean that up.
let's be clear. He's not the perfect human being. The guy has
no, but
drug
he's
use,
also not a woman beater.
But he's not right. He's not a violent person. And,
Yeah.
and
Because I could 100 when I was watching that, it was almost giving me PTSD because I could totally relate. All he was trying to do in all those fights was get away from her,
Get
and all
away
she
from
wanted
her.
to do was just keep fighting. And he doesn't like no man wants to like no decent man anyway
No.
wants to do that because I don't want to ever have to raise. I don't want to have to defend myself, much less fight back. Because sometimes, like I had my leg broken by a woman. I had my arm broken by a woman. My
yeah,
second
what are you
wife
supposed to do? Hit him back?
broke my arm. No, like
You
yeah,
do
right.
that, and you're in major league trouble. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
It's-
So, Fat Steven Seagal and I were supposed to do a show. I don't know if we're ever going to do one about shining a light on male, like domestic abuse of males. because it's a fucking thing. And,
Well,
and-
Johnny became the poster child for that. In this
Yeah,
trial.
yeah,
He most definitely did. And I'm glad to see it. Glad to see it.
Yeah, and
thought it
I
was
love that. I don't know if there's any truth to this, guys. Let me know. But during the trial, he was like one of his like agent or lawyer. Somebody said that like Johnny Depp wouldn't do another Pirates movie for $300 million. So supposedly he was offered $301 million to reprise his role. Is there any
Obviously
truth
so.
to that? Is there any
Obviously
truth?
so. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know if there's
All
any
right.
truth to that at all.
All
But let's see. Ron says Amber Turd, of course. And
Hey,
let the
Jeebus.
jokes keep rolling. And Krampus Jeebus says, "Hey guys, how you doing, man?
When are you gonna go back to Monkey
Good to
Jeebus?
see you on my channel, man." And guys, if you don't know who Krampus is, this guy has got a toy collection that will just make you jealous as all get out. He
And a
is-
great sense of humor. Very
yeah,
twisted
funny
sense of
as hell,
humor.
man. The guy is great. But yeah, that was number 3 on the list. And like I said, Justice for Johnny. And
Justice
then
for Johnny.
we had to say farewell to the Queen.
Yeah, this
She
is so
has-
Canadian. Like,
She
I
has
like,
been the Queen. This is just pop culture stuff, man.
I mean, she's on their money, bro. Come on, I don't care about the Queen. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
by the way,
Well, you can say that all you want. I do.
I'm an
care about
American.
the Queen.
I'm an
Well,
American
there is
pig.
a monarchy change, like with her dying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cost involved with changing the currency, changing this and that. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a pretty big
it's a big
expenditure
deal.
by the government. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
What's the point of
not
the
only that,
monarchy?
but
They have a-
She has been the queen. I'm 57 years old. She's been the queen the entire time I've been alive, man.
She was like the queen for 80 years, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I
Something
think
like
it's
that.
a bygone relic. I don't.
Well, yeah, they have the parliament. They have the prime minister. Why do they have the monarchy still? Like, what is the point? Like, I don't.
It's a point of national pride. That's what it is.
Okay, all right.
And that's it's important for national stability. I say, but that's just me. I could be an old fool, but
No, not at all. You know what? I'm saying this, and I'm like, man, I hope Bret Hart never watches this because he'd probably be so ashamed, like so disappointed in me. So anyway,
Yeah. And the picture of him standing in his gear.
it was just a rumor. Okay.
in, in front of a mountain with a lake there in Alberta. That's the most Canadian of pictures.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
it is.
That's a great
It
picture.
is.
Love it.
It's great. Yeah.
Let's see, $301 million deal for Depp. Was just a rumor. The fans ran with it. As of this month, nothing has been decided. Yeah,
Thank you, Ron. Ron's like your Jesse from,
he keeps me up on it, man.
or
He
Jamie.
does.
I mean, Jamie from
Yeah,
what is
Joe
it?
Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Yeah.
he's my Jamie, no doubt. But yeah, it was sad to see her go. She's been a rock for that country. I mean, there's always been turmoil around her, but she has always been the calming voice in that storm when it comes to the royal family. She's going to be missed. Believe
Look at that.
Because Charles
King-
is on the throne now. Oh my God.
King Charles III is now head of state for the
Yikes.
United Kingdom,
Scary.
Canada, and 13 other nations. Wow.
Google is an easy thing to use. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
but I'm on the stream. I can't be like, hey, you guys, wait.
And number one, the slap heard around the world at the friggin' Oscars.
You know what's
Oh
Yeah.
my God, man.
what's great about this? If you go to my channel, I don't have a lot on my channel because I'm on everybody else's. But the only like video I have like that's kind of pop culture on my channel, I was talking to my mom on the phone. I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, did you hear about this Will Smith slapping Chris Rock thing?" She's like, "What?" I was like, "You
Saw it
haven't?"
live, yeah.
She didn't. So I was like, "Mom, please let me send you a link. Can we do a stream so I can get your live reaction? Because this would be gold." And she agreed.
on there?
So yeah, it's on my channel. So my mom's
check it out.
live reaction to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. It's on my
Everybody
channel.
go to the Dork Night. Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
first few days, I was convinced it was a setup. That
I did too, man. Being a wrestling fan, I thought it was a work. I thought it was a total work. I really did.
I mean,
And
the way
yeah.
but multiple camera angles called it and everything. That I was thinking,
Yeah.
well, this.
Plus, like he like leaned into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
he
like
leaned forward. Yeah.
yeah. So
And I thought, well, if it was real, they would have, arrested Will Smith.
Yeah.
And then after that,
And then he goes and he gets the
famous
best.
enough to have different rules. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he gets the best actor Oscar after
Exactly. That's
slapping
another
this
reason
dude.
why I thought, this is obviously.
Yeah, I really did too. I thought on Pop Culture Minefield. Me and Fat Steven, I was dying on that hill. I was like, "This is a work. This is fake. This is bullshit." You know, it's like.
And Fat Steven has the quickest wit of pretty much.
Oh, he
anybody
does.
ever.
Yeah, he
Man,
does.
He's thinking of the comeback before you even finish what you're saying. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
it's awesome. But as far as that goes with the slap, Chris Rock will be having a Netflix special coming up.
Yeah,
I believe
and it's
coming in
supposed to.
March,
That's
Yep.
going to be fun
and
to see.
He's going to have to touch on it.
No, he does.
If not,
No, like
go deep
because
on
they've
it,
recorded it. There was I read a thing. He actually addresses it right at the beginning. You know what I mean? Now whether the way they edit it or not, they put it at the beginning. But a lot of people were like, yeah, it was like the first thing he brought up was the Will Smith slap at
Yeah.
the.
Well, if you want people to watch it, you need to put it at the end when you edit it.
and they
no doubt.
probably
Good
will.
point.
You know.
You know,
Yeah.
because
But,
a lot of people are going to tune into it just to see what he says.
Right.
About
right.
that thing.
So
But
I know
my
it wasn't
take
on your. Or go
my
ahead.
take on it, real quick, my take on it was I saw it happen and he was laughing at it.
I
until he
know.
looked at his wife.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, dude,
And
that's
you
exactly.
saw the way she reacted. He
Yep.
flipped out, dude. He just
When-
It
when
was like
we're-
a Manchurian Candidate moment.
Yeah, when we're done, bro, you got to watch because I said that you got to watch the video of me and my mom because I'm pointing all this stuff out to her.
yeah,
Yeah,
He was
and my
laughing.
mom, but it's funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
No, well, what was funny to me was my mom was actually standing up. He's like, he was standing up for his woman. Like she was all like, my mom was like all about it. It was funny. It was like I was like, damn, okay, I did not expect that from you, mom, but okay,
I'd be
so.
checking Will Smith's man card myself.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'd be doing.
He's a little.
He should have leaned over. to
cuck
the
bitch.
black. It's
Yeah,
just a
that's
joke.
That's exactly. It's not a dick. It's a joke. Learn how to take it.
Right, come on, man. Give me a break.
That
It's-
and
Looking-
Chris Rock took it like a champ too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
why I thought. That's why I thought it was fake. That's why I thought.
Anybody handled it I mean, you couldn't have handled it any better.
Yeah.
than he did.
And he was like, "What did he?" And then he cut a joke immediately after. That's another reason I thought it was a work because he was like, "Damn, I just got bitch smacked on national television by Will Smith."
Yeah. Too much, man.
You could
Yeah.
tell
Or pimp
his bell
slapped
ro-
or whatever he said. You know.
His
Yeah.
bell was ringing a little bit though, because a minute or two after that, he was like, "Now we're gonna show the crazy."
Yeah, he was a little bit taken aback.
He's like,
by it.
"Whoa,
He-
yeah."
He was flummoxed, man, for sure.
So hey, I know it's not on your little Canadian list, but
Yeah,
Shit, man.
what is
That-
missing off that list?
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, yeah.
Come on, man. That's a
His
gaping
shenanigans
hole.
this year have been off the chain. Matter of fact, he's thrown. One might say he's thrown an entire production company into a tailspin over this shit.
Oh, between him and Amber Heard, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's-
Jesus,
Like,
you
he was
know,
losing.
yeah,
But he especially put Warner Brothers in a tough spot.
yeah.
Because I think it's kind of effed up some things that were supposed to come along
Oh, totally.
after what's already
They
been
were
Yeah.
shot.
making him the linchpin of their
Did you?
universe.
Yeah, he
basically.
fuck it. He fucked up. If you watch, have you guys seen the video of him when they finally caught him and he was being arrested and he was like, being all indignant, like I'm non-binary, don't call me that, I'm they, them, blah 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 blah. Did you guys see that video?
No, when he was getting arrested, yeah.
Yeah. It was so cringy.
The guy
So-
needs help, man, and I feel sorry for the guy.
Speaking of non-binary, what about the non-binary nuclear secrets or nuclear energy guy that got busted for
Oh yeah, stealing
stealing
luggage, at the
luggage
airport. Yeah, how,
for women's
I mean,
clothes?
You can't make this stuff up, man. You
Yeah.
can't make it
Actually,
up.
I'm not familiar with this story.
Oh my God! What-
Enlighten me. Yeah,
Uh,
what is this?
John, look that up for me, please, and let's get that shared.
Oh,
You've
look
got
at Ron's
to see this
comment.
guy. Yeah, I
Sadly,
see it, yeah.
yeah, because we
Yeah.
live in a cancel culture
Come on,
now.
fellas, we can't have jokes anymore. And speaking of Ron, there he is. What's up, guy?
What's up, man?
Good
Hey
to see
there.
you.
not
Hey, the Broncos. That was my team in college. So right on.
How are you doing, man? You get ready for the big move?
Good. Yeah, sort of. We'll see how it's going. The good thing is I'm not in a rush because I'm not like getting kicked out or I don't have a time limit kind of
not.
deal. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice kind of
Uh,
move. You can just
yeah.
gradually move in.
yeah, pretty much. And I don't have that much stuff. I've been living in a room. So it's not like there's a crazy amount of stuff. I'm not taking the bed either. So
What part of the country are you in? Are you here in the States or?
I'm in Virginia.
Virginia. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm thinking about moving to Danville. My mom's been trying to talk me into it for a while. You familiar with Danville at all? Is that
Not at all.
Okay. I was gonna try to get some tips, but never mind.
The only thing about Danville is there was a song by the band that had Danville in it. That's all.
I know that Dr. Pepperville or whatever.
Okay, we got. Let's see. Go ahead and read that for us, John.
Biden sticky finger nuclear waste staffer Sam Brinton eyeballs the camera in his new mugshot as he appears in court following second arrest for stealing women's airport luggage.
Yeah, he got fired.
So here's what I don't know.
Mugshot.
That is a
makeup.
First of all, I hate to be that guy. Scroll back up to that mugshot if you don't mind. So like,
this ain't the picture you need to see.
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying. Like, I look. I don't mean to be an asshole, but I am. So it just comes out that way. He just looks like a Cro-Magnon man. He just looks like a dumbass, doesn't he?
He looks like Matt Damon.
No, fuck you. Okay, I know what that was. No, he does not look like Matt. He looks like a mongoloid Matt Damon, maybe.
Matt
like
Damon.
he's like. I don't know.
Listen to me. If you saw his official picture, there you go.
There you go.
There it is. That's more like what we know out of our nuclear guy.
So he's trans.
I
Sure.
don't think so. I think
It's more like a
that
drag queen situation with no hair, basically, man. Yeah. And he likes to steal women's luggage. How about that, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird.
Just a casual
weird.
thing,
No, that's a trans person, I believe.
This is your tax dollars.
Unfortunately, we don't know what it is these days. There's too many letters.
I know, man. That's the thing. I try to be PC, but it's just like, dude, I had this friend for years. Her name was Michelle. I knew her name. Well, actually, never mind. I'm not going to dox people. I'm not going to finish the real names.
Obama?
I'm just say her name was. We'll say. That's come on. That's just
a staff picture with the White House, bro.
You know what?
That's his official picture.
Yes. Absolutely.
His.
Yes.
So this person identified. Go to their Twitter because I bet you this is the kind of twat that's got the he/him or whatever. Like, oh my god, dude.
No, they identify as non-binary.
Non-binary.
I don't recognize non-binary.
Well, that's what I was about to get at. A friend of mine I'd known for years who was a female came out as non-binary, and all of a sudden I got to change my fucking pronouns, and like, and it causes like fight, and we're not friends anymore because it was just like, look, man, I mean, they and there is a plural possessive pronoun in the English fucking language. Either come up with something new or just, do you have a dick swinging between your legs? No, see, I'm going to get canceled. I can't talk about this subject. It bothers me. I'm too old school,
Look, man, these people that want their pronouns said, Danny, I was working for a helpline, okay, and we had a couple of that, like one girl came in with like a cheetah pattern in like less than 1 inch hair kind of thing. You know what I mean? Looked just like this.
You know what? I mean, depending on her face and her body, that could be hot. I mean, I've dated some, I'd have to see. I'd have to see.
But in that environment, you've got to,
you can't be working for the White House and have a cheetah haircut. Is what you like? I get that. Like that. Like I just lost a lot more.
Apparently,
not that I
thought you could.
Well, and so did Biden. Apparently, so what I was going to say was, I didn't have much respect left for the man, but after you guys showed me that, I lost what little bit of respect I had left for him over that.
That says he's a trans pit bull.
Yeah.
How many boxes do you think JPP checked off for them to be Speaker of the House?
Oh man.
A lot of boxes checked off on that.
A lot of boxes checked off. Krampus says Splicers, Batman Beyond is real.
I think my biggest issue with the whole coming up with your own whatever plurals or pronouns is that how do you like? You say you get into an accident, right? Mm-hmm. And they're calling you in. We got a 20-year-old female. What are you going to come up from your dying body and be like, That's not my pronoun. Like, when you get
That's not how I identify.
That's not how I identify.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't you
We
dare
need to
give
know
me a
your
man's
biology
blood.
to treat you.
Like,
Thank you
what?
very much.
It doesn't make
you
any
know?
sense. What are they going to do? The police is running after suspects.
See-
they are going that way. They who? Is there multiple of them?
Exactly. It's a because
it's not logical. You can't logically, practically use it.
they is a plural possessive pronoun. Seriously, come up with a new word. I have no problem. Like, please, I'm begging you.
There's him. I like that one.
Well, Dean Cain had one of the greatest comebacks ever here recently. He got into it on Twitter with a couple of these women that they're men who claim that they are women, and he said, "I don't think either one of you are women," and they replied back, "I don't think you're Superman," and he goes, "Correct. I pretended."
I saw that one today. I actually know exactly which one you guys saw that one today.
That's awesome, man. That's a great comeback.
That was
That
was good. That was good.
All right, let's get into the top headlines from the year. We're going to start. This is from Wall Street Journal, and we're going to start in January. This is actually
this crazy
by
bitch.
month.
This bitch is crazy. Have you watched
Elizabeth
the
Holmes is convicted. Yes.
dude? Have you ever seen like? I was watching this. It was some channel where the guy was like an actual like analyst, like a shrink, and he was comparing videos, like different videos of her, how her eyes were and how she would talk differently, and apparently how like she used a deep voice that wasn't really hers and stuff. Like I went down this rabbit hole when this happened, and I was like, this bitch is nuts.
She is
I don't remember who did she kill somebody? Is that
Okay.
No, not at all. No.
Let me finish reading, Danny.
I'm sorry.
Finish reading. Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes is found guilty of defrauding investors in the blood testing company and will be sentenced to more than 11 years in prison.
Yeah, like she was the one that had the scam where like, oh, we can test blood with like just a finger prick or whatever, and we can get all this stuff that normally you got to take a pint of blood to get.
And then it ended up she was hiring like third parties that didn't do shit.
Right, yeah, and it was all fraud. Yeah.
I remember this
She
story.
recently got pregnant, I think for two reasons. One, she might have thought, well, this is my last chance, before
Or
I go
two,
slam her.
sympathy.
and two, she was probably looking for maybe some sort of lighter sentence or
sympathy from the jury.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but the whole voice thing, that's factual. She would change her voice to like a deeper pitch.
Yeah.
Because
And the guy was explaining in this video why she was why people do that. Like, so like I get a lot of grief because my normal speaking voice is a little bit, it's not as like masculine as I guess it could be. So if I went around just talking like this all the time,
A lot of bass or something? Is that
well, I guess I don't know, but this is basically the equivalent of what she was doing. She was no, seriously. Okay,
I know you're being
but this is how I normally talk. You know what I mean? But this is how she was talking. So it's
certainly for comparison purposes. Well, if you think about it, and a lot of times it's even subconscious. Listen to someone talk with a deep voice for a couple of minutes, then listen to like someone with a really high pitched voice. Whether you realize it or not, you're listening to that person with a deeper voice more intently than you are to the higher pitched person. I mean, it's some sort of basic human thing that we're not.
It is, and that was part. Gosh, I wish I could find it. But that was part of what he was explaining because it was her manipulating, and she did it mostly in interviews, is what he was pointing out. And it was a way of her manipulating the interviewer to like kind of like have a sense of dominance or power. Is
that why Joe goes into the microphone like really close and starts whispering into it?
That's right, buddy. That's exactly why.
Well, you whisper because you want people to.
Were you talking about our Joe or the president?
Right? Yeah. Which one are you talking about? Me or? Come on, man.
Come on, man. Hey, look, hey. Here's the deal.
Just lower them. Just lower the taxes.
If you talk
now,
slow,
Knock shouldn't be talking about pitch of voice because this guy tries to whisper at you to see if you're listening. He does, man. I guarantee you that's what he's doing.
It works. That's a George Carlin thing. Like I think there's a famous George Carlin quote where he says that if you talk really quiet and slow, People
he
have
does.
to shut
Knock
up
does,
to
man.
hear you.
does.
You know, they
I
have
got
to
to see him
listen.
when I was 17, which was
Yeah.
awesome. Yep.
Yeah, I when did Jesus bring the pork chops? I have that book over there. I love George Carlin, man. That was
George Carlin was
yeah.
one of the best. He's top 5 comedian to me.
Oh yeah.
Top 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, the
I
next.
just started talking lower because of people like Dork. I didn't like them talking over me, so I just wouldn't try anymore.
I'm so
Yeah,
So I
just-
would just be.
Yeah, I got you. I understand.
I'm still
That
learning.
way they have to stop talking to hear what you said. They're like, what? What'd you say?
Well, I can always use this.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
I don't have a soundboard, so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, you were supposed to
he's
send me a
all
link. I wanna-
jealous of this thing,
Dude,
man. Yeah.
I got a question. For Christmas, I've got $150 in Amazon gift cards. Is that enough to buy one of those things? And if so, can you send me a
Yeah,
link, buddy?
I'll send you a link before
Okay.
I
before
want you,
tomorrow.
look,
before
John.
the show's over.
Thank you.
Yeah. Put it in the private chat before the show's over.
Yeah,
'Cause
thank
he
you, 'cause
really
I-
wants it. He
I
was
really
talking about
want-
it the other night, man. He's
Yeah.
jealous of your shit. Just
I
like
want one
am.
so bad.
Okay, the next one. This is from January as well. The end of January. It's living with COVID. The Omicron variant spreads so quickly and generally causes such a mild form of illness among vaccinated people that many countries are foregoing restrictive steps used earlier in the pandemic. Yeah, that's because it was like catching a cold. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
this
here's
was not that bad whenever it came out. So
To quote Mighty Joe, here's the deal.
here's the deal.
I got a question, guys. I've never got COVID, and I know that 100% because people were like, "Oh, it'd be atypical." I get testosterone. I have it's what it's called testosterone replacement therapy. So because I'm old and I used to be 400 pounds, and I had bitch tits. And when you have bitch tits, you have a lot of estrogen, which lowers your testosterone. So when I went to my urologist about 10 years ago, and they're checking my blood and everything, they're like, "Oh, hey, you got the testosterone of like a 9-year-old girl, so we're gonna have to put you on this treatment." So once a week, I go and I get a testosterone shot, and because I do that, I have to give blood every 4 weeks. Now, usually you're not allowed to give blood more than every 6 weeks, but because getting testosterone makes your blood as thick as motor oil, you have to kind of clean it out. And every single time you give blood, they check it for antibodies because they actually need those. So like if you've got the antibodies, they'll do something with it from the blood and they send it somewhere to help with the vaccine or medication.
This is
or
going
whatever.
somewhere, right, Danny?
It is. So my point is, I know for a fact I've never had COVID. Have any of you guys had COVID? One.
Yeah.
Is my
If
first
I have, I don't
I
know.
did.
I had it, and I'm a universal donor, so I guess all these blood places they really need me to.
They do.
donate.
They do,
And
bro.
I-
You should donate blood.
Yeah, I've started here recently. So
I'm a huge proponent of donating blood. I'm A positive. I'm not a universal donor, but I'm like the most common. So like they, anytime they email me, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm on my way. What about knock? Did you have it?
There's a possibility I had maybe one of the first cases.
Maybe.
Of it.
Okay, so you were
And I had
maybe.
pneumonia.
These two are
Yeah,
definite.
he had a bad bout with pneumonia. So
Okay.
yeah, I do
so
remember that.
Possibly.
But I got
So
the 2022 version, which was not as bad as the 2020
yeah.
version.
So
But then I worked
I,
at Walmart, so then
okay.
if I was going to
So-
get it no matter what.
Out of everybody here, 2 definites, 2 maybes, maybe not, and 1 100% no. So out of that, to little test audience here, how many of you guys have had the vaccine?
I have.
Okay, everybody, including me. Here's my card, including
Yeah, I
me.
got my card.
I'm not producing a card,
so-
but you'll have
no,
to
no,
take my
I
word
know,
for it.
Hey, if
I
you
believe
get
you.
some Movies, you'll get a free popcorn.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Here's where I'm getting with this. Okay, I did not want to get the vaccine. I had to because of the charity I was in at the time required me to, and fortunately, I didn't even have I don't know, man. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I haven't even had. I haven't been sick. Like I haven't had the cold or the flu in over 15 years. And like, this is not like, I got lucky. I got really good immune system. I got good genes. You know what I mean?
I've got psoriasis. It's an overactive immune system. So COVID
I-
would probably get knocked out if it comes
Yeah.
anywhere
So
near me. So
I feel like, I'm just throwing this out there, doctors, people. I feel like I might be part of the 1% who's immune. Take my shit. Come on. Like, the cure is
that's
in my
what I was
body.
thinking. That's exactly what I was preaching. I was like, why aren't you looking at people with psoriasis? Because I know they've got overactive immune systems. And
Yeah.
they probably kicked this thing in the ass already. You need to be
Oh, you
looking
know
at
what?
they're-
I do. So that's from psoriasis? Because I have that too.
psoriasis. Look, dude, and this is how I found out about it. Whenever I stopped smoking about almost 5 years ago. In March, it'll be 5 years. When I stopped smoking that first year, I had psoriasis patches popping up all over my fucking body. They'd never been there before. On top of my ass cheeks, my stomach. I mean, I don't want to even go.
Oh, I only
it.
ever get them on my elbows. I have one right now.
What I'm trying to tell you, if you stop smoking, and now I'd like you to stop smoking for your health, but
yeah,
this is what happened. It was popping up all over me, and I went to a dermatologist finally, and I said, "Look, this is getting out of hand. What is going on?" I said, "By the way, does it have anything to do with me stopping smoking?" And the dermatologist looked at me and goes, "Well, Joe, I don't want you to start smoking again, but yeah, it has everything to do with it." I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Well, everybody with psoriasis, it's an autoimmune disease, and the disease is you've got an overactive immune system."
Oh, well, you know what? I'll take psoriasis.
What those patches? I'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
What these patches are is your overactive immune system doesn't have enough to fight, so it's trying to kill your skin.
Oh.
Okay. So
fuck, I didn't know that.
When I quit smoking, it wasn't battling the shit I was doing to my lungs.
Okay,
anymore.
guys, you heard it here. Because you know what, my elbows, I don't want it. I don't want it to spread. So I'm just gonna keep. In fact, you know what? I'll be back. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette now. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Right, bro, see in a minute.
Now
Danny's a
he'll
trip,
have
man.
to tell people that he smokes for his health. Yeah.
Right, he smokes for his health. There you go. Hey, you know, back in the 50s, they were preaching, hey, it's good for you.
It's toasted.
This one they don't have a picture with, but must have been when Mar-a-Lago got hit. Boxes at Mar-a-Lago. The National Archives says it recently retrieved 15 boxes of documents from Donald Trump's Florida residence. It will soon determine they include classified government records.
Man, was that really February?
That was in February. Yeah,
I feel like that was so much closer, guys.
And it sure
Well,
seems
I
like
think that was the preliminary part of it.
That was the preliminary part of it. That's before they were saying they were laying the groundwork. They were saying
so that was the raid.
He had
I thought that was okay.
But at the same time, I don't see how that doesn't make him different than any other of our, at least the past few former presidents in terms of housing classified documents. They've all done that.
They've all done it.
And I don't. Yeah, it's a political thing.
And it wouldn't have mattered because he literally is the guy that says this is classified.
Right, he's the one that decides if things are classified.
Who's this little punk paper guy, paper pusher to say he didn't say it was classified? He was only the president.
And then my man, who I have been a fan of since he joined the league, Matthew Stafford, got his ring. The Rams won the Super Bowl back on February 13th. Hollywood ending. The Los Angeles Rams come from behind in the closing minutes to win Super Bowl over the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20.
How big was that change? How big was that change for Burrows when they switched the LSU switched their offense to what they?
Oh my God, it was huge, man!
Because his junior year wasn't anything like that.
The junior year, they were running what they usually ran, which was and it was what Les Miles had implemented. It was basically the Steelers' offense with Franco Harris. Pound the rock and throw it 50 yards downfield. And you're right, absolutely right. He was not a play action quarterback. He's a spread quarterback, always has been. And you got to give Coach Orgeron credit. And actually, really, Burrows should be kissing Orgeron's ass for the rest of his life because he went out and got the coaches to implement the offense.
I think that's one of the reasons why I've gotten so much more into college football.
Mhm.
Is seeing like I recognize some of these wide receivers that are going to be in the draft, and
Right.
I'm starting. I still know what it's going to be.
What's
like
the
a
kid's name
decade.
from TCU you're so high on?
Quentin Johnson.
Yeah.
Is a big one. He's probably going to be top
Mhm.
15 at least around there.
Yeah.
But no, it's really cool seeing that these guys and learning more about how the start of their careers kind of deal in college. So I think that's why I'm getting into college a lot more. Plus, the
Okay.
playoffs are expanding, which is always what I wanted.
But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Under Ogeron kept the same coaches and stuff when he started over there, and under the Les Miles playbook, he looked like shit, absolute shit. He really did.
And the
But
Bengals almost
you got to
got
give them credit, man. They went out that coaching staff. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. They made a big major shift that year that they won the national championship in the offseason to upgrade their coaching staff to where they could do that spread offense and implement that with him.
Well, the other guy that had involved with the offense, a guy by the name of Steve Ensminger, he's been mediocre everywhere he's been.
Mhm.
So, whenever, during that national championship season, they were like, oh, well, Joe Brady's getting a lot of the credit, but you gotta credit Steve Ensminger too. I'm like, no, you don't. But, the guy's mediocre his whole career.
Yeah.
And a new guy comes in and all of a sudden they're great. It's probably the new guy.
Yeah. Well, the one name that my brother told me about, he bleeds purple and gold. My brother does. And the guy that, what is the fella's name? He was actually the coach of the Rams back in the day. Robinson, is that his name? They brought him in as an
Greg
advisor.
Robinson?
Yes. They brought him in as an advisor. And he had
Oh,
won
John
at
Robinson.
yeah. And he had won at every level of the pros. And I really thought, I was like, wow, they got him as an advisor for the coaching staff. That's amazing. They really went all out to put Joe Burrow in a position for success that year. And what an amazing run it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is I believe they played more top 10 teams in that year that any national championship has ever faced. And they went undefeated.
Yeah,
I mean,
they had a heck of a schedule. By the way,
unbelievable.
John Robinson's in his 80s. Basically,
Yeah, he is.
the guy that loves football, just wants to be around.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. And like I said, I remember seeing him as the Rams head coach.
Yep. And USC,
back in the day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we had that one happen. Let's see what else we had.
And then USFL started. No, I'm kidding.
Right. We're going to keep it on football, damn it. Oh, here's the next big one. Yeah. We can't get away from this one. Russia invades the Ukraine on February 24th. Hell, we've only made it up to February, guys.
Or did they? No, I'll stop. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. They've got a lot of pictures of this stuff. But
so I think the first amount we sent was $40 billion, I think was our first check to them.
I've lost track of how many billions we've sent that country at this point. But
Instead of paying our National Guard and our...
I don't like this conflict. I don't like it one bit, man. I mean, I guess the most worried I got was whenever they were talking about trying to join NATO. And my brother and I were breaking it down on the show together. And I said, look, before they let them into NATO, they better vet these guys pretty well, because I just... Have people not seen the video where Biden is sitting there talking about getting rid of a prosecutor in the Ukraine?
Wouldn't it be cheaper? Wouldn't it have been cheaper? Because I was listening to you guys, to have annexed Ukraine and made it a United States sovereign land and told Russia to fuck off. Like, wouldn't that have been cheaper than the money we've given them?
They must have something we need really, really bad.
That, or they got pictures of Biden fucking a goat. I don't know, man.
Something. They got something. They got pictures of his son fucking a goat.
There you go. Yeah.
The problem is with these billions of dollars, isn't that being properly audited? Do we really know that that's going to help the people there or help with military efforts? How do we know that's not going in back? Pockets?
Look, war sucks, but like if we're gonna try to police the world, I'm serious, man. Why not just like plant our flag? Ukraine's ours now. Now, I mean, like, is that a crazy idea? Is that a crazy
That's where
idea?
you get
Yeah, we choose not to do that for
becoming
whatever
a
reason.
colonial. Yeah, that then
Yeah,
we
we're not
might as well
colonizers
just
anymore.
yeah.
Oh,
Let's
anymore.
change,
Okay. Because it worked so poorly for us
let's
in the
change
past.
the flag to the Union Jack, then, bro. Okay, I guess we could do that. I guess. Nah. I'd rather.
So am I alone on that island? I'm on that island alone, huh? Lonely
Yeah,
island.
you're on that island
Okay.
alone. I just want to stop sending them money. That's what I want to do. Let them fight their own damn battle. That's, and it's not an isolationist attitude. It's just, what the fuck are we doing there?
No, I agree. As a libertarian, I agree. I don't think we should be policing the world. I'm saying if we're going to spend that kind of fucking money, we should just, it's like Puerto Rico that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
I have no problem with foreign aid if it's for something that's specific and it's for a limited date range and it's got a lot of parameters around it. But the way we operate, it's just sort of like a blank check for all these countries where it never ends.
Yeah.
And, if you don't have any parameters around that foreign aid, then they're just going to keep asking for it.
And thanks to Woodrow Wilson, the Federal Reserve can just print money. It's like help all these other countries while we have inflation that's like crushing the middle class and
Pelosi and Kamala will just hold up their flags in our capital.
And I find the whole hero worshiping of Ukraine just really distasteful. Like having Zelensky speak in front of Congress.
I mean, that was my whole point about
you guys,
getting him to the UN, man. Dude, how corrupt is that place?
No, hold up. You know that the dude who runs Ukraine, won as a joke. He played the.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, he was a comedian. He played the president of Ukraine on a TV show or something, and then somehow leveraged that into becoming. And it was totally out of his element. Of course, they got invaded. This was like.
He's Robin Williams. Okay.
Yeah, he was a comedian.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be more apt to defend him. What's the Klitschko? Is it Vitaly Klitschko? Yeah, he's the mayor of Kiev, and so I'd be more apt to help that guy out than this guy.
We need to have that guy fight Kane.
My whole point, and I'm going to put a bow on this. Look. All I'm saying is this.
You missed that, Joe. That was funny.
Yeah, I did. What'd you say, Matt? I'm sorry.
Oh, we need to have Klitschko fight Kane since they're both mayors.
There you go. Yeah. That's it. Yes, that'd be awesome. They're both mayors.
Yeah. I know one thing. I would if you're running for mayor. He's mayor of Knox County, not Knoxville. I don't know why that's the case, but I don't think I'd want to run against a guy. You've got to debate him. You come out on the debate stage, you walk up there, and then all of a sudden his entrance is there's fire. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, man. I don't think we need to be doing dealings with those guys because, look, the Biden laptop now is becoming all of a sudden, ever since the midterms, that's the hot subject now.
Well, I mean, first of all,
when it should have been to begin with. I mean,
Thank
it was
you.
finding out through the Twitter files that it was shut down completely in social media.
By the way, as far as the Ukraine-Russia stuff, there's no good guy there.
There is not.
If Ukraine had Russia's resources, they would be invading Russia. Like if Russia were the smaller country, they would still do that.
Yeah. So why don't we just stay out of their fucking business and let Russia take them over?
They paid Hunter a whole bunch of money
to
get this kind of backup. That's all I can figure. That's the only reason why I can figure they gave that kid all that money was to get this kind of backup in the future. They knew some shit like this was coming. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can figure. But I digress. The next one we got is another bummer of a one. The mass shooting in Buffalo.
Oh, dude, come on! Are we going to go over every mass shooting this year? I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Yeah, there's another one. Texas. There was another. You just scrolled
Uvalde
through 3.
was another one. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just want to touch on these mass shootings because, you got to remember something, guys. We're not outlawing cars, right? Hang on, Justifier Jim is here. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? How you doing, man?
Hey. I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing fantastic.
Doing all right. May I?
Ending show.
ask you a question about this shooting thing.
Go ahead.
Everybody, especially we have a new person here now. I assume we're all over 40. Right?
No,
No,
definitely not.
a couple of
No.
you guys are
I'm
not.
getting close.
Okay, all right. Well then, okay. For those of us over 40, you guys remember the duck and cover drills, the nuclear like Cold War drills.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
Jesus.
so
yeah.
so you younger guys might not remember that because it might not have been a thing. But you know what breaks my heart? And my kids were telling me about this. They have drills for school shootings now.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
You fucking believe
and
that?
that is a shame. It is.
That is heartbreaking, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of debate on what should be done about security at schools and stuff. I mean, the one in Uvalde kills me because there was doors locked that shouldn't have been locked, and
Yeah.
all this other bullshit. But this is just me talking. There are plenty of veterans out there that need jobs that would be glad to guard a schoolhouse. They really would.
So this has been I'm going to try not to like get a Tony Khan rant going here, so let me breathe a second. But this is bowling for Columbine. This has been a problem for over 30 fucking years.
It has.
Why is this still a fucking problem?
Yeah. Why haven't we put something in place to stop these
I mean, you
guys
guys remember bowling from Columbine? That was like early
Absolutely.
mid 90s. Yeah.
You know what? I did not see The Matrix in the theater because of Columbine. Okay. I had heard the guys dressed up like characters from that movie, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to support this. I'll go ahead and I kicked myself in the ass later, but I didn't really know what it was about.
Jim
Go
was,
ahead, Ron.
Jim might know, might remember this from his middle school, high school. I was in high school during this time, and I think Jim, you're close to my age. I think you were in school as well during the DC sniper stuff.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
a junior in
Oh, yeah. I was like
And
in
you know
college.
what-
Yeah.
what's
I remember
fucked up
that.
is that
Yep.
I was still standing outside waiting for a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was right there in
Yeah.
Northern Virginia.
Yep.
Jim's in Maryland. It's like we were right fucking there, but I still had
Yeah.
to go to school.
Yeah.
You
Did
know,
they
and
call
I'm
him the
just sitting
Beltway
there.
Sniper? Wasn't that
At
what
that
they called him?
time. Yeah.
Yeah. And wasn't he hiding in like the back of a car?
It was a van.
Yeah.
It was a van. Yeah. Yeah.
Over there
Yeah.
in Glenmont, Maryland. Like I lived right behind that Shoppers, and school was still going on. I walked to school then. I was still walking to school. The only precaution that was really taken was when I was riding with my mom wherever we went. She would make me lay down in the back seat while she pumped gas. She would not let me pump gas during that time.
Wow.
We had our marching band, and we had to march inside. We usually do marching band outside, obviously.
Yep.
We had to do it inside our gym, the whole event.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were in a.
That was when I was in college. Sorry.
What did you
They
say,
were in a
John?
1990 Chevrolet Caprice sedan.
Yeah, I was fixing to
Yeah.
say I knew it was in a van.
They had a hole in the back that they could open up.
Yeah.
Fire out.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember because that was my sophomore year of college, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah. They had the back seat pulled
Or
out.
junior. That was my junior year
For
of
the
college.
kid.
Junior year of
I
college.
think it was the kid doing the shooting, and he could lay down in the back of that thing because the back seat was pulled out. I remember that story.
Yeah. No, and they had a little thing like I believe it was the brake light or something like that where they could like open it and he was shooting through that.
But here's the thing about these school shootings, man. They really need to get security on these places, physical security on public schools, and it's not like they don't have the money to do it, man.
Right. And let me ask you this. Do you think this is a bridge too far? But as a concerned father, every time I go to the courthouse, every time I fly a plane, every time I go watch the Golden Knights or go to a football game
You are
or go to a
checked out
concert,
with a fucking metal
I gotta
detector.
go
You
through a
are.
fucking metal detector.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it really too much to ask that
No,
if you walk into a school, you have to go through a fucking metal detector?
it's not
Like
I don't
that
think
should be, I hate to say it, it sucks, but this has been a problem for 30 fucking years. Schools need metal detectors. Why is that not a thing? Why? Because like, dude, I swear to God, I will probably if I can only imagine, and I don't even want to, these parents that lose their children in these school shootings, I would straight up turn into the Punisher. And I'd probably end up dead because I'm not military trained. But I would just I would lose my shit and start fucking killing politicians and stuff because like there's no excuse for this shit to happen, and we're the only country on planet Earth this happens not just once in a blue moon, all the fucking time, like once a quarter at least on average.
You got to look at the size of our country too compared to other countries.
I mean I get that, but still. We're the United States of fucking America. We should be able
we
to.
should be leading the way. You're right.
Yeah.
But that speaks to a much larger problem, and it ain't guns, dude.
No, I'm not even the gun. Did you hear me say anything about guns?
No.
Metal detectors, bro. That's what I like.
You understand what I'm saying, though? It speaks to a much larger problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of a much larger problem, and this one has to do with TDS. We have.
What's TDS? Is that like a venereal disease or something? I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke.
I digress. We got the committee on the January 6th riot begins public hearings. Now, if anybody watched any of this stuff, it was pure theater. I was like, wow, guys, really?
I knew better than to watch any of it.
Stay tuned tonight where we prove Donald Trump is a bad man.
Oh my God.
Such a joke.
So this was a waste of taxpayer dollars, and I feel bad for any of you who wasted your time.
They hired Hollywood directors to work on this. I mean, it's just silliness.
Did they accuse him of kicking dogs, not tipping waiters, and that kind of stuff too? I mean,
I don't know. All I know is
choking their limo driver.
the January 6th shit cost us more than it cost to put a man on the moon. It's ridiculous.
I guess where I get frustrated with the whole thing is there was that aide. I don't remember her name, but she testified under oath that Donald Trump attempted to grab the wheel of the limousine and drive it towards the Capitol.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that was refuted by every Secret Service.
Here's what I don't understand.
She had heard that from
he's the president. I'm not saying right, wrong, whatever. He's the president of the United States. If he tells a subordinate to do something and they don't do it, and then he tries to do it, which kind of seems like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
And then they like push him back and take control and don't do what he says. Isn't that treason? Like by definition?
Well, the point is, he would
not
no, that's not treason.
He would not have been.
Not for Secret Service.
I mean, that's a fireable offense, right? I mean, that seems like insubordination.
He might be mad, but no, it's not treason.
That feels like insubordination.
Hey, hold up, guys. Hold up. John, try and keep control of these maniacs for a second. I've got to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Here's the problem with that whole thing about him trying to grab the wheel. Have you actually seen the monster?
Oh, the beast. You mean the
He's
beast?
nowhere near
The beast, yeah.
Yeah.
The limo. Yeah, there's no way that he could have gotten from the back seat up to the front seat.
Exactly.
But try and wrench that away.
I'm not like a Trump fan, but when I heard that story, I swear to God, even though it doesn't fit because Trump is kind of old and fat and looks nothing like who I'm about to mention, but I just felt like in my mind it was like Harrison Ford, like running through the thing and like jumping through the little limousine window and grabbing the wheel and be like, no. Yeah, that's kind of that's what I got in my head, for some reason. But
my larger point is, as long as it's against Donald Trump, it's a under oath and no repercussions.
Yeah,
we have different standards, and that's where I get frustrated. You literally can say anything without under oath, against the guy.
Okay.
Without
so or go ahead, John. Sorry.
Well, what we've got here, the January 6th thing, is a bunch of people trespassing. That a lot of them were let in. You had one woman that was killed because of.
Whoa. We're talking about two different things, and I just want to make this clear.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. No, you were talking about I thought we were just specifically talking about Trump's role in January 6th and the committee trying to charge him.
It's all under the same umbrella.
Not really, because the people,
You got to remember that this whole committee is blaming him for everything. So
people died.
I mean,
people broke the law. I mean, people need to be held accountable for those actions. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
whether
but
you guys
it's only
share it or
a
not.
handful of people.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
To me, that's why I parse those as two separate things. You know what I mean?
No, let me get to my point here.
That's
okay.
Sorry.
Good, John.
Yeah, that's all the stuff that January 6th committee's bringing up. I want to know when we're going to have a committee on the Summer of Love.
Yeah.
The
When are we
summer
gonna do that?
2020, where multiple billions of dollars of damages was done. 25 to 35 people were murdered by these rioters, and nothing.
Yep.
Dead silence.
Yep.
In fact, they were bailing them out. Kamala
And
Harris was pushing for
you
soliciting
just said it.
donations.
You just said it right there, bro. It's because because, and you guys are probably like, I'm probably sending out the totally wrong message. I'm just being honest. I identify as libertarian. I'm going to sound like a radical righty here. It's because people like Kamala Harris are in charge right now. Okay, you just said it. Like that's why. Because that's a bigger.
To the
More
victor
people
goes
died.
the spoils, man.
Yeah. But it's. It's an election still.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
We're not on
Right.
Odyssey,
What's
man.
next? Next.
Next is Roe v. Wade getting.
Oh God, man, we
Boys
are
and
talking
girls.
about shit we are not supposed to be talking about on YouTube. You know
Roe
that,
v.
right?
Wade. No, we can talk about this all we want.
Not if you want to monetize this show, brother.
I'm way away from monetization. buddy.
All right.
Way away from that. But yeah, this I don't even have a dog in this hunt, man, because I am not female. So the only males that have a dog in this hunt is the father of the child. So
That's what I was going to say. I mean, we're all dudes. We shouldn't even talk about this. I'm just
yeah.
like,
So
Well,
We can
here's
move
the
on
only
to
thing.
that
Here's the only thing I say about it, because I don't care one way or the other about.
I wish Anima was still here. We need one
Right.
woman.
right?
I don't care about abortion one way or the other, for it or against it. But choice is fine. I don't want to pay it with federal money. That's all.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. 100%.
And basically,
Agree with that.
And that's what
you-
Roe v. Wade was. That was
that's
federal.
exactly what it was.
So
all these guys get in a big uproar over it. Hang on, Danny. All of them get in a big uproar over it. And all Roe v. Wade did, it did not make abortion illegal. It did not. All it did was it kicked that decision back to the states where it's supposed to be to begin with.
Okay, I will.
So-
I will leave if he starts reading from that book.
what?
Any right, any
I swear to
right.
God, if you
not-
start reading from that book, I will leave.
What
Oh,
book?
did you see the book?
I saw the
What-
book.
What
Okay.
book is it?
It's the book of law,
Oh God.
and he got his reading glasses on. So
No.
Okay.
I'm
You know what?
done.
I'll put it away. I
Yeah,
won't.
Please, you're God.
any
I'm just
all,
saying. Like, look, because I think we
we
agree more than we disagree. I just think that like they're like people tend to want to oversimplify things, and there's nuance. Like while I agree with part of what you said, that's not all Roe v. Wade was about, is being proven now. Like, dude, okay, so I live in Nevada. You can get an abortion like you can go to McDonald's in this fucking state, or at least you could. You know what I mean?
You can go get a hook too. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's only in Pahrump.
Line
That's
and
everybody. Like that's only in Pahrump. You can't do it in Vegas. That's a misnomer. That's a misconception.
Yeah, they really put the romp in Pahrump. Yep.
Well, hey, if you ever get I get no pay for this. Check out Google the Bunny Ranch in Pahrump.
The
There you
Bunny
go.
Ranch,
That's the high. That's the classiest place, but it's also like
I spent a
you got to
week
have at
working
least
in
30
Carson
grand.
City,
know.
In Carson City.
it never used to be that
Reno, and
expensive.
I drove by it. Yeah.
Inflation, man. Thanks, Biden. You know what I mean? But all I was getting at was, while I agree with what Knox said about Roe v. Wade, having federal funds, because I 100% agree with you on that, and we should not pay for it. However, the government should also not tell any human being, male or female, what they can or cannot do medically with their body.
Right.
And Roe v. Wade also protected that. And when they removed that, that's why all these states now, and they had these, a lot of these states had this crazy law where, like, hey, if Roe v. Wade ever gets
my
overturned,
daughter was upset by it.
we don't even have to
Big
wait.
time.
Like,
Yeah.
boom, like we can
called trigger
immediately
law.
make it. We can immediately make it illegal. And it was on the ballot here in Nevada. Fairly certain it lost because I'm not again, I don't really give a shit about the subject because one, I've already procreated. I've had a vasectomy. I ain't knocking nobody up. I don't ever have to pay for an abortion again. I mean, ever. Not that I've ever. Yeah, that came out wrong. I've never paid for an abortion, so like, I don't have to worry about that. Is my point.
Here's my thing about things that states weren't prepared for this. How long ago was Roe v. Wade done? Like,
Yeah, like-
how long did they have to prepare for this?
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
So it's saying like, oh well,
Scores, not just decades. Scores.
Yeah, it's not like they had no time to prepare for this. They chose not to, and then it got snapped up under them, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
shit, we're not ready for this. So,
But as far as like any of us are concerned, like Joe said it best, we don't have a dog in this fight or a
I just don't
hunt,
want
dog in this hunt. Oh no, I 100% fucking 100%
that's it.
agree.
That's all I got.
And were we paying for it before?
I mean, if it's federal, then yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
we were the government
Yes,
was
it
paying
would-
for abortions.
I mean, Planned Parenthood gets subsidies.
Well, no, I know Planned Parenthood gets subsidies, but I had a friend who had to take somebody to Planned Parenthood, and they paid thousands of dollars.
Well,
They're
it
trying to
could
get money from me.
depend on your
I'm
ability.
like, bro, you know what? I'll buy you all the condoms you want, but I ain't helping you with that. It's like,
All right, I'm going to shoot. We're getting a little tight on time, so I'm going to shoot through some of the more major ones. The Mar-a-Lago raid was August 8th. FBI agents searched former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in Florida as part of the investigation into Donald Trump's handling of sensitive documents.
And they said
That we-
hostage taker, freaking FBI special forces in there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's it's done to
Overkill to the
just
extreme.
embarrass somebody, man. It's using things like that.
It's all kabuki theater.
Yeah.
look, yeah, no, you know what this reminds me of? And this is where, like, you guys will see I'm not one way or the other. This reminds me of when Clinton got a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky and the Republicans went batshit crazy trying to do a witch hunt on him. It's the same fucking thing. It
Right.
really is. It really is. Like, politicians suck. They don't really care about like, that's why we need term limits on every
Well,
political office.
In Clinton's case, the intern sucked.
I was gonna say
But
that,
I'm
yeah.
bunks.
We already talked about the Queen passing away.
Yeah, so
That was
let's
September
get
8th.
on to some lighter news, man. Don't you want to talk about like
I'm looking
movies
through here
or
to see- I'm looking through here to see what else we got here.
TV shows, video
Well,
games, comic books,
I don't
cartoons?
even need this list.
Yeah.
From since the summer, I guess the biggest story really has been that there's a new boss at Twitter.
Yep.
Oh, Elon Musk.
That platform has totally changed. And wow, are we seeing some eye-opening information coming out of that place now that a how shall we say politically neutral, I would say, guy is in charge of things now?
Oh, you mean somebody who just believes in like the free speech and the Constitution and
Yeah,
shit
that
like
kind
that?
of thing.
You know,
Yeah,
capitalism.
Just wants to see fairness, right?
fair marketplace. Yeah,
All of a sudden, he's revealing a whole bunch of stuff. Well, what the real eye opener to me, man, was when Zuckerberg was getting interviewed on Joe Rogan. That guy is one of the biggest dumbasses I've ever seen in my life. When he said, "I'm one of the guys that still listens to the FBI, and I take my cues from them," I was like, "Really, with your platform?"
Yep. And Dorsey's the same way, Jack Dorsey.
No, that's why I don't do like you were giving me grief about it, Joe. But that's why I deactivated my Facebook. I fuck Facebook. Twitter's the
I
only
wasn't
thing I
giving
fuck
you
with
grief
anymore.
About it. I told you I just use it for keeping track of my family.
I like
That's-
Twitter. You know what? I wish somebody was telling me there is. It's just not as popular. But like, I'm the more I learn about YouTube, the less I like YouTube. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm Twitter. Like, I don't understand why people get their panties in it. But like, Twitter's better under Elon Musk. I don't understand what the problem is.
It is.
You know.
It
you
is.
know.
And,
I really don't.
And all of these celebrities that have decided they want to bail on it and everything.
Well,
I'm
fuck
like,
them.
well,
Yeah, good. Yeah,
yeah,
good riddance.
have a good time. We'll see you
Go
wherever
join
you end
Parler.
up. This is all I got to tell them.
Let me help you back.
Your balls are showing.
'Cause look, if they really believed in what they were saying, they'd stick around and fight the good fight, wouldn't they? No, they're not doing that. No, we don't have control anymore. Look, you guys, I'm taking my toys now. I'm going home.
Mm-hmm.
That I hear Cartman every time I see one of these guys say that. It's just ridiculous. And I guess the other big one from exactly that's it. But I guess the other big one is the FTX collapse.
Yep.
And well, yeah, I'd say that's it. And it's looking a lot like the damn the Epstein shit. It's almost like we're going to see this one get swept under the rug too. He's been arrested, but it's kind of unclear what he's been arrested for. Is it fraud he was arrested for? What exactly was he arrested for?
I still think it was interesting. He got arrested right before he was supposed to testify.
Yes.
Like the day before. Yeah.
Yes. It's like they don't want him talking.
Exactly.
And, it's...
Oh, you think? Oh,
that
I'm
whole,
sorry.
But look, that one right there, the FTX thing, the only thing I don't like about it is it's going to make big waves in the market system.
So
But
it sounds like you guys are crypto
told
dudes.
everybody from the get, I'm not putting any money in Bitcoin. And I used to have a guy at work that was trying to sell me on it big time. Oh, it's blockchain technology.
Oh, cool. See,
and I'm like, really? It looks like a Ponzi scheme to me. I don't know.
Joe and I actually agree on this. Fuck Bitcoin. Fuck this NFT shit. I like this is retarded. This is a millennial way to try to. It's basically a con. It's like it's
NFT. What kills me? People buy these NFTs. They're buying glorified clip art.
I still don't really understand that whole concept.
Because look, I'm like, and Joe, the thing is people tell me all the time, you're an artist too. People tell me all the time, you should make NFTs of your art, and I'm like, I don't understand the value in it because like you could literally screen cap it and you have it. Like what the fuck? Like the NFT, it's not like the Mona Lisa that's hanging up on your wall. You know what I mean?
Hang on a second. Let me show you what I can do with an NFT. Hang on. I'm going to do it right now as we speak. Let me hit new, and then I go here, and I go here, and boom! I have created a copy of something that nobody else can see. And here, I'll just put it on screen real quick. Hang on. Boom! There we are. On
hey, look! You want an NFT
that was hard to do, wasn't it?
The Dork Knight chugging Pepsi Zero, and yes, Pepsi Zero. I would love free Pepsi, so I will say it again, Pepsi Zero.
You're right. It's something just totally stupid.
I don't get it, man. And like, I'm gonna get so much flack from friends. No, Matthew Kadish, like, because I was roasting him, man. You know Kadish, right? From Salty Nerd.
Oh yeah, I do know him.
Yes. Yeah. So he's a huge crypto NFT guy. He was like trying to like get us all into it.
Right.
And I just couldn't get my brain around it. Hey, good for you, man. I'm sorry for your loss.
You probably own.
I bought Dogecoin.
Yeah, there you you go. Good deal.
Yeah, but Dogecoin lost its ass also. That dude that had all. Yeah.
You know how much I had in it? $25.
$10. Okay, there you go. Hey, you know what? Cool. See, I can't say shit because I live in Vegas and I gamble every day. Like today.
There you go.
I put $200 in a machine, but I walked out with $7. You know what I mean? It's the same with crypto, so I can't say anything. The only difference is when I cash out, I get cash. I shouldn't even be talking about this in front of Joe. I'm sorry,
you're
but
good,
the point is,
you're not triggering me. I'm not the one that has a problem with gambling, dude.
Oh, my bad. So, but the point is, when I cash, I get something physical. Physical. You see this? I get something physical. Crypto's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's a Ponzi scheme, man.
It's a con. You know,
I got swept up in the whole diamond hands thing, and I bought AMC stock. I bought GameStop stock.
I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, I apologize too, but that's why I don't do the stock
before it crashed.
That's why I don't do the stock market either. The stock market is basically just legalized gambling. It's like a sports book, but it's like for businesses. You know what I mean?
But long term.
I did have a coworker make a bunch of money off mining for crypto, so I think it maybe depends on when you got involved with it, but
Yeah.
to me it's like a game of musical chairs. You don't want to be caught standing,
When the music stops, that's
Yeah.
it. Don't be having that on hand, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is
Yeah.
because of the FTX crash and all Bitcoin going down, you're seeing all these 3090s and 4090s going back on the market that have been abused by these crypto minings. And after you getting a 39, that's for PC.
Show me
graphics
your
card.
shirt. Just show me.
They're flooding back on the market, and they're just like they're crap because they've been so abused by doing this mining stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a friend,
Or what they call pump and dumps is what you're talking about.
So my friend, he owns a like a PC repair company.
Yeah.
And like in the whole back area, he sent. I'll look through my thing and try to find it for the end of the show. His whole back room, it's just like towers on tables, right? No monitors or anything. Well, he's got one monitor, and they're all like, all of them have like these. He was explaining it to me. It's all about the video card for some reason, which I also don't understand. So, but like, it looks. Well, I thought it would be the process. No, I thought it would be the processor. He's like, no, the video card is more important.
Wrap
than
it
the
up,
processor.
Danny.
Anyway, that's all. He's got like a whole section that farms or mines for Bitcoin.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
and
or
also
crypto or whatever. Yeah.
The mining of crypto, it has actually caused the standard of living in different parts of the country to go up. For instance, they have found some sort of, if there was an area that had like really cheap power, especially like cheap hydropower, they would develop these, mining colonies or warehouses, for lack of a better term,
Right.
and set up shop there while they could get the cheap energy until the energy prices went up in that area. Then they would just move on to somewhere else. So it's had real world impact for people.
It
live in
has.
those communities.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Well,
Yeah, the thing is, and I'm not going to name his name or his business, but the reason my buddy can get away with this is he rents from Regis, and I don't know if you guys know what that is, but Regis is like an all-inclusive suite thing for businesses, executive business stuff, and it includes electricity. And so I don't even know if they know how much electricity he's pulling, just him. You know what I mean?
Well, all right, guys. Let's get to something a lot lighter. We got about 20 minutes left, and we may go a little over, but not much.
I was going to say, like, what's with these time constraints?
Because I do 2 hours on Wednesday, dude.
But it's a
It's
construct.
always been that way, buddy. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's what you signed up for when you stepped in this room, bro. Like Gary likes to say, it's my show, man. I can do what I
Also,
want.
when Joe spills dinner,
That's it. When the steak gets here, I'm gone, bro.
Yeah. Well, you can
I
always
got
do that
steak
thing I
neck
was doing to Johnny. You can always just boot me for a second.
No,
I won't get
I
butthurt.
wouldn't do that to you.
But it's funny. Okay.
I'd rather shut you down. That's more
That's
embarrassing.
funnier. It's true.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
All right, so let's take a look at the top 10 at the box office this year.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
Let's take a look at do you want to look at domestic or worldwide?
Look at
Domestic.
worldwide.
I would say worldwide. Well,
Okay.
Okay,
Or
what-
what?
Worldwide, but
Watch it.
remove in the drop down. Make sure you choose this year only, and not that way. It gets rid of Spider-Man from the. Because
Oh, don't
otherwise,
worry.
Spider-Man's.
I know what I'm doing when I grab these. I had it all set already. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm not gonna be telling everybody how great Spider-Man was. Worry not.
So hey, I just before you get into this, I feel bad. I wanted to give an honorable mention since you guys like football, and get
Yes.
your take on it. To the movie American Underdog, because even though it came out in December of 2021,
movie.
I didn't see it until like January or February of this year.
It is a
and
fantastic.
I was going to put it on my top. It would have been in my top 5, but it was released in 2021, and I didn't put it on my 2021 list because I hadn't seen it yet. So I just wanted to really call out. That's a great fucking movie.
It is a
dude.
fantastic movie.
Kurt Warner.
Yes.
Yeah, it was okay. So
It's a story that Hollywood could not write.
yeah.
It's proof. It's proof that truth is stranger than fiction, man.
That was John Krasinski, right?
No. That was Shazam. Zachary Levi.
Zachary
That's
Levi.
right. That's right.
Yeah, and dude, it was like
A different awkward, dorky guy from.
yeah, but I tell you, that movie was so
It's amazing.
good. Yeah, it was so good. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to give an honorable mention to that because
and you should have, because I show it to the clients at least once a month at the rehab.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I would imagine that movie probably didn't have a huge budget either.
No,
Oh,
it
of course.
didn't.
Yeah,
Well,
I doubt it did.
You know,
yeah.
it was made by a religious filmmaking company.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what shocked me about it because of the cast that was in it. I mean,
I kind of want to do a show about
his wife was God. She was Sookie on True Blood, and she was Rogue in the X movies.
Yeah, Anna Paquin.
Anna Paquin.
Yeah, Anna Paquin. And Dennis Quaid played
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Adam Baldwin was in it.
I was really
some
shocked
poor
at that,
some poor bastard with the unfortunate name of O.J. Simpson. Not the same O.J. Simpson was also in it.
O.J. Simpson, but D-Day from Animal House was in it too. He was the head coach of the Barnstormers. That was him. But anyway,
Bruce Gill.
as far as this year goes, no surprise what the top in the movie was, boys and girls. It was
Still
Top
haven't seen
Gun
it.
Maverick. Yeah, I know.
Dude, that was my number 3 movie of 2022, Top Gun Maverick.
I was
I mean,
gonna watch it the other night, and then I decided not to, and then
everybody else
my
on the
list.
panel, like Das Wolfen up there, it was their number 1.
Mm-hmm.
It was my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 was Avatar. And my number 1 was Elvis.
Yeah.
But this was a good movie. I mean, like until I saw those
watched
other
any
2
of those.
movies,
It made
that's a shame.
and this wait until I show you
haven't
the
been to
numbers
movies.
on this stuff. What's that, Knock?
I just haven't been a movie guy lately. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like halfway. Like I started watching Rush Hour the other day. Like
It's
halfway
foot-
through that.
It's
and
football season, bro.
It is.
You've been watching
Yeah.
football. I know. Yeah.
It's like there's only so many hours in the week.
You think I'm bad with it? You know, you watch everything live. So does this guy when it comes to football. I just
comes
pick
to
up on it.
See,
This
in
guy
football,
watches
there's
everything.
way more football than wrestling. So, like, props. Like, I understand why he's not watching movies. You know what I mean? So,
But Top Gun made 1.48 million
billion.
billion
Billion.
dollars. Billion.
Yeah.
Billion.
With a B. With a B.
$1
One of the things I like to point out about this is, look, it's fairly well balanced. You'll
Yeah.
see when you look at other movies.
It
they
actually
made a
made
ton.
more internationally, but I mean, it was only like what 50.
Barely.
Yeah.
Which is funny
Yeah.
because it's such an America movie.
It's an American movie.
America. Yeah.
But
I'll probably watch it this weekend. It's on Paramount.
It's really good, dude. Did you like? Well, let me ask you this: did you like Top Gun?
I mean, it was good. I actually watched it in anticipation of watching Maverick. I just never got around to watching it.
Okay. Well,
But it's on Paramount
As su-
Plus. I'm going to watch it. So I
okay,
don't really
well,
need any encouragement.
it's probably going to be a different experience for someone like you, but someone like, again over 40 who remembers seeing it in the theater and it was a formative movie of their youth.
dude, yeah.
Yeah, this is the perfect legacy sequel. This movie was so fucking good. It's so good. Yeah.
You could really, you know, if you want to analyze a script and see how to do a sequel,
Dude,
this is how
they
you
take
do
they take a fucking throwaway line from the first movie and turn that
And
bitch
made it
into
a
a main
major
character.
character.
Yeah.
with a major relationship in the show. It's fucking badass. Yeah, it's awesome. The number 2 movie, and this is worldwide, and it's kind of shocking because it just came out. It's
Yeah.
already made $1 billion worldwide.
It's already made over $1 billion. Yeah.
Yeah, now that's worldwide. Domestically, it's only made 317.
Yeah, that's because, everybody in America thinks it's cool to hate. This is a really good movie, Joe.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to see it. It's a really good, it's
I'm
got a
not hating.
strong,
See,
Up there,
you're
Joe.
wrong. No,
Joe,
hang
what's
on.
number
I got to
2?
shut him up
Joe,
right
what's
now.
number
I
2?
never said
I don't know what
I
number
hate
2
this
is.
movie. I
You
said
haven't
I
said
was
what number
not.
2.
What's that?
You haven't said what number 2
he doesn't
is.
know what we're arguing over. I'm
I
sorry.
know what they're arguing about, but he
Oh, I'm
hasn't
sorry.
shown it. You guys are literally talking
Thank you,
about
sir.
it.
Thank you.
All
I
right,
appreciate
number
it, Doc.
13.
Thank you. Now,
Thank you.
I'm going to tell Danny to shut up again because I've never said I hate this movie.
I didn't
said
say
I'm
you
not
hated
spending
it.
the
I said you
money
were
because it's
hating.
a 3-hour movie.
That's
That's what
hating
I
on it.
said.
I know.
No,
I didn't say
I'm
you
not
hated
hating on
it.
it.
I said you were hating on it. That's
I'll probably
slang.
wait
Not
till it's
hating
on
on it.
Disney Plus for this one.
Dude, I'm
Thank you,
telling you.
Doc.
Hey, look, let me, okay, just,
I was
I'm
not
not
a
going to
huge
spoil
fan of the
anything.
first one.
I'm not, okay, you don't have to be. You don't even have to watch the first one to get this. Now, I did watch the first one, and then the next day I went and...
It was out for 10 years.
No, it's 13. It was 13 years. But they make it make sense because if you remember in the first movie, and maybe you don't because it has been 13 years, it took them 5.5 years to travel from Earth to Pandora, right? So at the end of the first movie, they are peacefully sending all of the occupiers, colonists, if you will, back to Earth. So it takes 5.5 years just for them to get back to Earth. So even if they left that day they got there, it would be 11 years later. So the way they make it fit with the timeline is the humans regroup for a couple years and then send back their forces. And that like, which I like the fact that he filmed 2, 3 and the first part of 4 together. So whether this movie is a flop or not, we're at the very least getting part 3.
It's obviously getting a lot of buzz because I mean it's made $1 billion already, and it
in
just
2 weeks.
came out.
Yeah.
So,
in 2 weeks.
I'm
It
not
actually broke
hating
a-
on it at all.
It broke a record for making the most, over $1 billion the fastest. It broke a record for that.
So it's going to do fine,
It is
and
a
I've
little bit
heard
irritating
that
when
I've heard that it's good father-son story.
It's a great father-son story. It's a great, strong male lead.
Which we're going to get into here in a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Which you don't get that out of Hollywood
I'm not
that much
hating
anymore.
on Avatar at all. I just
All right,
don't
I'm
wanna
sorry.
go see a 3. I'm 57, man. I don't want to go
Look,
see a
I've
3-hour
seen it.
movie.
I've seen it twice already, and I want to see it in IMAX 3D. So I saw it. I saw it standard, then I saw it in XD, and then I really want to see it in IMAX 3D. Like,
Next time he wants
dude,
to
it
go with
doesn't.
popcorn.
It doesn't feel. Do what? Who said that?
he's saying you want to go see all the other ones.
Next time you want to go, bring popcorn with you, and then the 5th time you want to bring a drink with you. You
I'm just saying, man. It's.
you
it
like
did
the
not-
movie? Got it.
It didn't feel like 3 hours, and it's really good. Like it
It wills
was-
a Joe's bladder.
Yep.
Well, fair enough. Hey, Joe's got what 15 years on me, brother. I don't know, right? So
Just a little.
One thing that
All right,
a
let's
little bit
see.
tiresome, and understand why certain people do it, but there are people that have hated on Avatar that know nothing about it, that haven't seen it, but it's just a part of the cottage industry to hate on anything big, and
The whole
Right.
cultural appropriation stuff. I haven't even.
That I don't understand.
I don't
yeah,
understand.
that's.
Come on, they're blue people. What do you want?
yeah,
Like, really? They're not enough.
They're going against.
yeah.
the
Well,
mainstream.
but that
That's
was
what
my
it is.
point to why it didn't surprise me that it's doing better globally because Americans are stupid. Present company excluded.
Now,
of course.
You
it
love
is
to
a very
talk in broad strokes.
it is
bro.
a basic simple story, and now I thought they could have trimmed out 10 or 15 minutes off of it.
Are you talking about Way of Water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
There were some scenes that
Apparently
could
they
have-
did because there was some more shooting scenes.
no, you're right. There
out.
was a lot of superfluous, like underwater, like just look how beautiful it is. So you're probably right.
Well, there was a
Number 3.
storyline. That's probably the middle part of the movie with Sully's younger son. With the
And
whale.
with the whale, yeah.
That part could have been shorter.
Yeah, no, totally. That's the one I was talking about. The underwater, like, ooh, ah. All right, so I never saw Jurassic Park Dominion, and I need another Pepsi, so I'll be back.
And go for it, man. Because we're going
I
to be
haven't-
wrapping it up when you get back. Go for it.
Another one I haven't seen.
Jurassic Park Dominion. I had no intention.
I'm sure they're like, thank God Danny's gone.
No, not
we
at
can
all,
talk
brother,
now.
not
Oh,
at
damn it!
all.
I thought I muted.
Even-
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even when he's not
Fucking
here, I
weird,
can
so
still
it can
hear him.
work.
It's weird.
Jurassic Park Dominion has made $1 billion. It made $1 billion in its theatrical run. And I
People
get
like
that.
dinosaurs, man. People
Yes,
like
it is
dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs
People
are
are
gonna
going to
sell.
go see it. The kids will get their parents to drag.
I
them to
actually
see
ordered this
dinosaurs.
on Amazon, but I didn't watch it with my family. But I
Yeah.
ordered it for them so they can watch it.
Yeah.
But I still got to see it because it was on like a 24-hour lockdown. Or, you have 24 hours
Hey,
to
man,
watch
it's
it kind of
Chris
deal.
Pratt too. You know, how
But
can you? go
yeah,
wrong,
I'm
right?
gonna watch it someday. I'm just not in a hurry. for
Yeah,
movies.
not in a hurry.
I watched it for dinosaurs eating stupid people.
Yes, and I'm sure there's a lot of that in this movie. All right, let's see what the next one is. We'll just do the top 5 here. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I think I've documented how much I hate this movie, but
Yeah.
I did.
Disappointing.
This movie is proof that they're not making these movies for me, though, because my wife loves this movie. I bought it for her for Christmas, and
Well, and it had a lot of positive momentum coming off of the Spider-Man movie.
yes,
This was
absolutely.
the next step in that, and in my opinion, it fell flat and could have been better.
I think
Yeah.
the biggest issue was that a lot of people didn't actually watch Scarlet Witch show, which gives like so much more background of why is she so pissed off.
Yeah.
I
Like,
really
so
think
they're like,
that could have
I
been
thought
an
she was
issue
a
with
good
this
guy,
movie.
and like, what the hell? Like, so there was so much backstory that wasn't there because you had to watch the TV shows in order to make sense of the movie, which a lot of
Right.
people didn't watch the TV show.
Yeah.
For
In
one
fairness,
reason.
Jim, if I'm not mistaken, you like this movie, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like, but I didn't not dislike it. Dislike it, I guess.
Mhm.
It had its good points to me, but overall it
Put
was
yourself down there, Danny.
Yeah,
Just
Danny,
Sorry.
you got the
mediocre.
speaker on.
All right. No, it was because I was listening to you while I was away. Whoever was saying the stuff about not watching WandaVision kind of hurt the experience. I 100% agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Go ahead, Jim. What were you saying?
I mean, it just kind of speaks to the whole Phase 4 as a whole, where potential was there, potential was not utilized to its.
I got you. I got you. The
You know.
direction was there, but they executed it poorly, I guess is what you're trying to say,
I
right?
want to see more of that
Yeah.
Minotaur guy
There we
too.
go.
What happened with that? Like, I want to see more. Who's that? Who's that guy's backstory? That Minotaur guy. That was.
That Minotaur guy?
There was a Minotaur guy in there. Yeah, he's part of the whatever Doctor Strange little cult is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
acolyte.
He's one of the
Rentar?
sorcerers. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know more about that guy.
Right? Yeah.
Uh,
He should have
in the
been. He
comics,
should have been
he-
in like. He should have been in like She-Hulk or something like that.
There's not much. If I remember correctly, there's not too much of a backstory with him. And the MCU's been doing that lately, where they'll take really obscure characters and just make them a thing. So they're doing it again in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I'm just letting you all know.
With
Okay.
who?
With who?
With Bill Murray's character. The
Oh,
character
okay.
that they're saying he's supposedly playing. This dude showed
Yeah.
up on like 3 panels in one comic book at one time.
Well,
Wow.
if I'm mistaken, correct me. But wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy not really that big of a
Oh,
deal?
it bombed as a comic book. Yeah.
It
James Gunn
wasn't great.
he polished a turd, boys and girls, no doubt.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I have hope
I
for
still-
DC.
I still like the original team over this team that we got now. I'm gonna just say that, and then
Mhm.
that's it for that.
well,
Okay.
can I say something that's probably really unpopular?
Go ahead, Mr. Unpopular. We'll let you know if it's unpopular.
First of all, I was one of the few people in my nerdy circle that loved WandaVision. Like, I loved it so much. So much so, I'm seriously considering what is grief, not love, persevering, tattooed on my chest above my heart. I love that line so much. I'm serious. I'm like, you pick on me all you want.
I'm not picking on you. I
but because-
I thought
because-
that show was good out the gate, but once I
But-
figured out she had kidnapped an entire town, I was like,
Well, no, but no, that's
rein
why.
it in, chick.
So, as someone who'd I probably watched that show because I also talked about it on a podcast. I probably watched every episode at least 3 times before I saw Doctor Strange.
Right.
And so I was very, very familiar with the material. So I had a different experience watching it than a lot of people did. And I actually, this is the unpopular part, I really enjoyed Doctor Strange. I thought Wanda made a great villain. I felt her pain. I felt her motivation. But I understand why people who didn't watch the show wouldn't. You know what I mean? Because all of that was built up in an 8-hour movie, basically,
You know,
on
the
Disney
show kind of
Plus.
reminded me of had some elements of like Pleasantville and Truman
Yeah,
Show. And
yeah, totally.
But
Definitely.
I do think it started off stronger than it finished in my opinion.
Well, they
Yeah.
went by the decade, like, and they just it was whatever
Mhm.
decade they were in. That was the show that they were,
Yeah.
the show of that decade kind of deal.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. Out the gate, it was cool, but down the stretch, they failed. But here's my and this is all I'm going to say about it. I see it from a perspective of an old comic book guy, and I'm one of the guys that's a big Fantastic Four fan, and
It's never gonna work. Give it up.
and they just took the guy that we've all wanted to see play Reed Richards and squashed him in 5
Well,
minutes.
he
And
still could.
yes, he could. We all know this is the multiverse of
Yeah.
madness. and
Yeah,
that
but
kind
like,
of
come
thing.
on, he's the
But it
smartest.
still pissed me off really bad.
He's
And
the
I'll tell you-
smartest man on earth, and he tells the
and he
chick
tells
how to,
the
yeah.
bitch how to kill their most powerful
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah,
I would
no.
compare it
You
to
know.
like from a wrestling booking standpoint. It's like you've got somebody that you feel like has a lot of potential, and you have them go up their first match and lose to some
And get
some bum.
squashed. Yeah.
Yeah, and get squashed.
I gotta
Oh,
tell you,
kinda
that
like- kinda-
was
kinda
definitely
like-
my favorite scene of that whole movie was her just kicking their ass. I enjoyed every
Dude, she
But
snapped
once again, you
Professor
don't read comic
X's
book,
neck.
buddy.
Like-
I know, it was great.
This is what I'm talking about.
It was
They're
not
clearly
great. That was
making these
blasphemy.
movies- They're clearly making these movies. No, and it's not like I said. I bought this movie for my wife because she enjoys it. They're not making this movie for me. They're making it for younger people. They're making it for people that haven't read all those comics.
That's what I was about to say. They're making it for people who haven't
Yeah.
read the comics.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Hey,
it. And
70s
And there's a
once I
lot more of
realized
them than us. There's a lot more of them than us.
What is it, John?
Yeah.
70s fan just arrived in the chat.
Oh, did he? Oh
70s
man!
rock fan.
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? It's good to see you, buddy.
Hey!
Good to see you. I'm sorry I missed your stream this week, but I probably
Alright.
wouldn't have been able to contribute, man. I'm not a Sabbath fan, so let's see. What's the last one on the list here? We're going for the top 5.
So we were just going over the top news stuff, like not our particular top.
right. This is this is
Okay.
the
Yeah.
top 5 money makers
Gotcha.
of the year, and look
All
at
right.
these totals. Doctor Strange was just under $1 billion.
Yeah.
And number 5 is Minions: Rise of Gru. That was
for
the number
kids.
5.
Yeah.
Which no, well, hold up though, but like,
Well,
check
that
out
was
how
right.
check
Minions,
check
bro.
out check out how much money it cost. It was probably the
85
most
million.
it was probably the most profitable movie of the fucking year. You know.
Yeah, and it made how much did it make? It made $939 million, just short of $1 billion.
Yeah.
Minions,
So
Rise of Gru.
so it profited $850 million. Like that's how they need to do the metrics. Like what was the most
Right, they
profitable?
need to show you what the percentage of profit was. Right?
Yeah, and like because that one, like people want to give that movie grief, but it was probably they're laughing their asses all the way to the bank. That was probably the biggest winner of the year. Like
So,
Avatar
enjoyed the
2.
movie, too.
Avatar 2 cost 250 mil estimated.
250 bill, I think.
Mil. That's the estimated budget, 250 mil.
that's funny because Jim Cameron said that it was like
He was going to have to make 200 over
2 billion.
200 billion.
yeah, no,
to-
2
to
billion.
break even.
Two
Yeah.
billion. He said he'd have to make 2 billion to break
Yeah.
even. So if that's the case, it cost at least
Then he's
750
lying.
to 800 million. You know,
Well,
to
another thing
make.
is Minions is a Universal property, and they've done a
No,
good
no, it's
job
not.
of-
Isn't it DreamWorks or is it Universal? I thought
Well,
it was
No,
DreamWorks.
it's
Maybe tied in.
it's Illumination.
Illumination. Okay.
Elimination.
but they've done a good job of not being associated with any political, controversial type stuff.
Yep.
So that also helps bring families into the show.
Yeah.
They're not having to worry about some agenda being
Right.
Okay.
put on them or anything like that.
Well, I do want to get to this subject before we get out of here tonight, so we are going to go over a little bit. What the question I posed on the thumbnail for this show? We didn't get to the streaming stuff, but 2 of the best streaming shows this year was The Terminal List and Reacher. Okay.
Yep.
And the question I posed was this, and I didn't realize this until I saw the thumbnail I was making. Is it the return of the alpha male? Is the beta male going by the wayside?
You
and
could
the
have
alpha male
had
coming back?
you could have had Jake Sully from Avatar 2.
Right?
on there.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that Jake
Yeah.
Sully was a strong dad, and
Fuck yeah, dude. No,
Avatar,
like-
from what I understand.
Fuck yeah. No, dude. Like, God, I can't wait till you watch that movie, Joe. It's like because I know you're gonna like it. I know you are.
I'm gonna watch it. I just
And
In the comfort of our own home.
I loved the Terminal List. We're for whatever reason we're just now talking about it on pop culture minefield. I thought we'd already
No,
talked about it.
this is the second time around, isn't it? He's already done a review on that show.
I don't remember if it was with. I've been on so many podcasts. I know I've talked about it before. I don't know if it was with him or with Salty Nerd or with Popcast.
I know he's doing it by episode now.
We've brought it up, but we haven't done it a breakdown by episode.
You haven't done a break. Okay, so then I did that with another channel. So he's just now getting that. Terminal List is great. I have not seen Jack Reacher. Should I watch it? I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't seen that either.
Have you seen the Cruise movie? Jack Reacher?
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm not a
that
Tom
came
Cruise
first.
fan, man. I only watch if somebody's like, "Oh, you got to watch this movie," like the last Mission Impossible, and I didn't even watch it until
Jack Reacher's good. It's not great like his Mission Impossible movies, but it's good. But Jack Reacher is a book series now that is very popular, and it's about. And the reason why Jack Reacher didn't do that well in the theater is because of, once again, the fan base. But in this case, it was their kind of the backlash was they had cast a dwarf in the role. of a
because
giant.
like if you look at
The guy in the books, just listen to me, Danny. The guy in the books is 6'4", 250 pounds. He's huge. Okay,
He's
he's
a wrestler.
military policeman. Yeah, basically he's a wrestler. Okay,
yeah.
They cast
cast Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
That
see,
played the
that's
role in the movie.
so. I'd read an article. God, I don't know, like whenever, probably before the show came out, probably when like the dude was cast. But I'd read an article and they did like a side by side comparison of whoever Reacher is on the Amazon show and Tom Cruise, and it's ridiculous. It's almost 2 feet.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
literally
he's a
almost a
dwarf.
2 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite Tom
But-
Cruise movie will always be Minority Report.
Yeah, Minority Report was a good one. Look, I've always kicked myself in the ass when I don't go see one of his movies in the theater. The last time
you know what?
Last
I
time
never
did
saw
that-
Mummy.
Yeah, well,
I did.
Never saw Mummy.
We don't talk about
I went to
that.
theater to see it.
You know,
I'm sorry, because I heard it sucked, so I'm
Yeah,
glad I
right.
didn't go see it.
I heard it sucked too. That's why I didn't go.
If it ain't
But-
Brendan Fraser, it ain't right.
Right there you go.
Yeah, amen.
That's the only Mummy movies, right?
Cheers
there.
to that.
And with the way Hollywood works, as far as Cruise being in Reacher, that may have been part of getting that movie made, was having him in it.
Yeah.
Was
But you
having
never
him in
know
it.
when the actor is.
How
the
many
fans-
actor.
Definitely
seasons? How many seasons
they
episodes
make-
are it?
Okay, now Reacher, it came out early this year, like around Valentine's Day. Okay, and what they did was they took the first book and they made it into the first season.
This
which
is Amazon,
a
right?
fantastic- Yes, Amazon.
All right,
And
look it up.
they casted this guy who, as far as I know, his biggest film credit up until then was being one of the Ninja Turtles dressed up in a suit. So you
No,
know,
he was Hawk in Titans.
was he? Okay,
How you spell Reacher? Is it like Reach, like
Oh,
R E A? Yeah.
R-E-A-C-H-E-R.
Okay. R E A C H E R. Okay.
And
Yeah.
he was Aquaman in Smallville.
Was he? Wow. Okay.
Reacher.
What is with them always casting huge dudes to play Aquaman?
Okay,
I don't.
so
think
it's-
Aquaman being a big.
No,
dude.
he wasn't. So 8 episodes. Okay. No.
Yeah, it's a good show, dude. You'll
I'll
enjoy
watch.
it.
Yeah, I'm adding it to
definitely will
my
enjoy it.
my list. Here.
But the thing is, this guy does not play, and he's not politically correct. Dude, this guy lives off the grid. Okay, just watch the show and you'll get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's-
man. No, I just
that's-
added it to my
and you
playlist.
look at Maverick, right? Maverick, he's not politically correct. He
Oh,
goes
yeah.
out of his way to get in trouble damn near.
Yeah,
half the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering if this is a trend towards maybe getting the male psyche back.
I
into
hope
pop-
so, man, because I'm tired of all this pussy ass sensitive training. Everybody's entitled, millennial Gen Z faggoty bullshit. Sorry to use that word, you pussies. But like, no, I hope so, man. I really do. Because like, God damn it, I was Ronald Reagan, red meat, America. Damn it.
America.
It's like, fuck. Come on.
Well,
Sorry.
I understand.
I think they need to find a balance. That's the thing, because you can still have shows like Wednesday. Wednesday has been a revelation.
I loved
Yes.
Wednesday.
Fantastic.
See, no, you're right.
That's a
balance.
female role. That's a female lead, but that was created for her. It wasn't. It wasn't a male role turned
No,
into a
don't you
female
know
role.
Jennifer Lawrence invented
Exactly.
that?
Oh God.
Invented the Addams
She
family
recanted
and all
that. Come on now.
That poor woman. She's never gonna live that down. Come on,
Yeah,
man. Come on.
she didn't
Come
mean
on.
that.
Say hi
Oh,
to the
they're
royal
steak.
flock.
Hey, what's up, Fox?
She can't
I
burrow.
waved to my camera. Even
You know
though
what
my
I like is her hair is a different color every time I see her.
That's right. Her hair is a different color every time you see it. That's
You
right.
gotta keep it fresh.
Well, boys and girls, you know what this means.
It's steak
I have
time.
food.
Yeah.
So, I want before we get out of here though, I want to go around the horn, start with John, and you tell me what your favorite thing that happened in entertainment this year was.
Zaslav being made head
That's a
of
good one. Yeah,
uh,
that's a good one.
Paramount, Warner Brothers Paramount.
And tell
Or
them
Warner,
why.
Warner Brothers Discovery.
Tell them why.
Because he don't take shit. All he cares about is making money. So that's going to fix all the hemorrhaging. He's not going to deal with the woke bullshit. He just says, if it's not making money, we're not doing it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he pretty much sent out a memo to the entire company and said, if you're not on board with it, you can go ahead
There's
and
the
leave
door.
now.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's out to turn this company around that is in dire straits. They're bankrupt damn near. So,
Yep.
yeah, I like that one. I'm on board with that one, buddy. I'm kind of questioning the James Gunn thing, but, hopefully he can rein this guy in and he's not going to blow up DC. So,
I was on board until the James Gunn thing, but that's okay.
well, we'll see what happens, man. We'll
Yeah,
see what happens.
yeah.
Matt,
Wait and see.
what's your favorite thing in pop culture this year?
Well, got to go with Top Gun Maverick.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, he's always on me and my brother's
Yeah.
show talking about Top Gun Maverick, man. He's always throwing
it was better than the
planes in
original,
there.
in my opinion.
No,
Yeah.
it was great. No, the best legacy sequel of all time. I will give it that. 100%.
Lord Toth agrees with you. He says
Yeah,
Top
yeah.
Gun Maverick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could go on about that show forever, but we don't want to ruin it for Knock. And he's a
Yeah.
spoiler fiend.
And I
Like
enjoyed the
spoilers.
Northman too, by the way. That was
The Northman
Actually,
was good.
I didn't
I
like
still
that.
gotta get into Northman. I tried to
I-
get into Northman, but they had too much of that ritual bullshit in
yeah.
the beginning.
No,
And I got out of
same. I couldn't finish watching it.
So I'm
It's
gonna
not
watch
for
it. I
everybody.
have it, but it's
Yeah.
just I was like, God, dude, can we?
But it is
I just want to
definitely-
see fighting. What
It
is
is
this
definitely an
crap?
adult film.
Yeah.
It's not for kids.
Yeah, well,
No doubt.
yeah, no, I'll agree with that, but it was also kind of like boring, and I don't think I'll ever go back
The
to
beginning was very
finish
boring.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I'll go back to finish it. But
Yep.
that's just me.
Okay, let's see. Justifier Jim, what's your favorite thing in pop culture this year, buddy?
It's kind of a three-parter, but I'll make it quick.
Okay.
So Eric July releasing Isom #1.
Yes.
This in turn, The Privateer, issue 1, fully sketched.
See, now
That's
we're
this
getting
year.
into comic books.
That's
Why
this
is it at
year.
the very end we get into comic books?
That's
What the
this
hell?
year, bro. That doesn't
But-
count. That's this year. It started this year
Right.
in 2022. Yes, but Yeah.
And as of an hour ago, episode 1 of the Justifier script is done.
good. That's
Oh, good.
fantastic. I'm glad to hear
Fucking
that,
A,
bro.
man. Hell yeah.
The Iron Age
Awesome.
reigns here on Joe's Atmosphere, man. And that, by the way, if you don't know that term, that is that was given to the current push in not just comic books, graphic novels, different kinds of media, going. I don't want to say anti-woke, but not worrying about the woke stuff and just telling good stories again.
Yeah.
This is what the Iron Age is all about,
Yeah.
and that term was put out there by the Rageaholic, if you know who I'm talking about there.
Razor
We
fist.
should need it. We
Razor
should need a
fist.
term. We should need
Yes.
a term for what is basically coming back to our senses.
Well, just call it the Iron Age, buddy, because that's basically what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Knock, what you think, man? What's your favorite thing in pop culture this year?
I don't know if this is considered pop culture or not, but it is football, which
Okay.
is very popular.
Yes, it is.
The announcement of the extended playoffs for college.
It's
It's gonna be
college
the 12
football.
teams
Yeah.
now. The other thing is, I guess you kind of touched on it. I don't know the whole story about it, but I'm actually kind of interested to see what James Gunn does with DC.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of the second Suicide Squad. I loved
Mhm.
Peacemaker. Peacemaker was the funniest show I've seen in a long time.
I still got to watch it. I haven't seen that one yet. I hear
It's hilarious. It does not hold back. I
It,
don't care
it's
what
a.
anyone
It's
says.
a. I mean, knock. Let me know if you agree or disagree, please. My advice to you, Joe, knowing you, would be to watch it thinking of it as a parody.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Would you agree with that or not, Knock?
I just enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. It felt like a parody to me.
But watch
Didn't,
the
you didn't?
second Suicide movie first, not the shit crap one that no one cares
I've
about.
seen
Oh
it.
yeah.
I
So
own
if you,
The second Suicide.
I like
Okay,
James. Look, let's be clear. I like James Gunn. I like his stuff. It's just James Gunn doing a Superman movie that concerns me. I don't
Yes.
want him directing a Superman movie. I want him to hire someone.
I don't
to
want him
direct
writing it. He can produce
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
he
like-
can produce it all day long. He doesn't need to be doing a Superman.
Yeah,
movie.
we're on the same
That's my
page
concern,
there.
man.
Yeah.
Trust me, and that's a concern of a lot of us that are fans of this stuff. Yeah. Okay. Danny, let us know what your favorite thing in pop culture is this year. Is it
This
Avatar 2? Because you were selling it hard earlier.
Well, since my baby left me. No, it would be the Elvis movie. Fucking love that movie. It's my movie of the year. No, my movie of the year. It really was. If Austin Butler doesn't win Best Actor, it's a travesty of justice.
It's a travesty.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
Was it?
He'll get
So
nominated for sure.
one of my favorite movies of that caliber. I'm hoping that caliber was the Freddie Mercury movie with.
Oh yeah. No, this is
It's
better.
in that
No,
vein.
it's better. I love that movie. My son loved that movie, and my son is the one. So I actually didn't give a shit about Elvis. I had total misconceptions about Elvis. I really, my whole life, I didn't like Elvis. My birthday was in September. My son came over. He's 24. He came over. And he's like, "Hey, Pops, I didn't get you anything for your birthday, but I thought it would be cool if we sat down and watched a movie together, and that'd be my present to you." And I'm so starved for him because, like, I had him. Yeah, it was like his mom and I divorced when he was 2, and I've had him his whole life until he moved out with his girlfriend. You know what I mean? So I had serious, what do they call that? Empty nest syndrome
Empty
when he
nest
left.
syndrome. I was about to
Yeah,
say
when he left. So I was like, hell yeah. And then he was like, yeah, it's Elvis. And I was like, what? I was so bummed. I was like, I don't want to watch this. He's like, no, trust me, you'll love it. And dude, I've watched that movie at least, literally, without exaggerating, at least a dozen times since September. It was easily my favorite. It was so good. I do karaoke. I never karaoke as Elvis. Now, like, I have like 8 or 9 Elvis songs I do like regularly. I fucking love that movie. It's a great movie. And
Yeah.
Austin Butler became Elvis. Like, it was like watching
Yes,
Elvis.
it's eerie how much
Yeah.
he looked and acted like the guy. Even
Yeah.
his daughter said that.
Yeah.
This guy became my father. Yeah.
Yeah.
That they had the right director with Baz.
Yes, they
Luhrmann.
did.
Yeah, no, and that's the funny thing because I've said this a lot. I don't like Baz Luhrmann. I don't like any
Yeah.
of his movies, but he was perfect for this movie. He was
Yes.
perfect
I
for
like
Elvis.
Moulin Rouge. I did enjoy
I
that.
see. So I'll be honest. I've never seen Moulin Rouge just because I don't like Baz Luhrmann. So I was like, I passed on that.
I
one, 'cause
liked it. My wife didn't, and she likes original music. She didn't like. I thought it was a cool twist on popular
That was
music. They
that was
used.
Ewan McGregor and Cole
Yeah.
Kidman, right?
Yeah,
I never.
My favorite part of that movie is when they're singing Roxanne. That I thought that was fucking fantastic.
So wait a
What
minute.
great
It's
use of that song.
a movie set in olden times, singing newer songs.
Yeah, it's kind of a yeah.
I think it's set in Paris.
See,
around,
that was
like,
so. My son and I agreed.
century.
My
Yeah.
my least favorite part of Elvis was when they put contemporary music in, like when they had like the Doja Cat song in, like
Right, yeah.
we like that kind of took us out of the movie. Oh,
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that.
but not enough to make it number 2.
hang
It was
on,
still
hang
my
on.
favorite movie.
Let me go ahead and let Knock know. Yes, it's just as good as Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
Actually, Bohemian Rhapsody kind of. I'll put it to you this way: it's like a PG version of that type of show. This is an R-rated one. Okay,
You know,
they don't
the
pull any
biopic-
punches in Elvis.
Dude.
the biopics of these singers has been the thing. Between Bohemian Rhapsody, you got the Elton John movie, you got the
Rocket
Elvis
Man.
movie,
Oh,
Whitney Houston.
yeah.
I want to see that Weird Al. Has anyone seen that? Is
I
that
was
out
just
yet?
about to say, hold
Yeah,
up.
I
My
wanna see
favorite,
that. I wanna
my
see that.
favorite
Yeah.
one is Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Dude, it is so good. Madonna is the villain. Madonna is the villain.
you
It's
kidding
so
me?
good. No, I'm not kidding you. Madonna's the main villain. It's free. It's on Roku. Pro tip. If you do it on your computer with an ad blocker in Chrome, no commercials. If you do it on your TV through the Roku channel, commercials.
Wow.
But you know what? Either way, it's
Yeah.
fucking worth it. It is so funny. It is
Wow.
so funny. It is
I have to
like,
check that out.
yeah. I mean, if there were like, if we could separate like favorite like movie, like Golden Globes does, like
Yep.
favorite like serious movies, favorite comedies,
Yep.
like that would probably be my favorite comedy of the year for sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's so funny. If you like Weird Al at all,
Love
'cause
Weird Al.
I
'Cause
did when I got
there's a
Eat
can I say something about that song
Go.
or what? No, okay, I don't want to spoil
Go.
anything. Did you say go or no? So
Well,
in
yeah,
the
I mean,
movie,
it's a song. What the hell? Don't tell us about the movie though. I thought you were going to say something about the song.
well, something about the song in the movie, which
No,
isn't true,
leave it
but
alone.
was in the movie, so I'm not going to
Well,
say
because
it. It's fucking
you have got
hilarious.
to be the spoiler guy here. You can't do that.
Okay,
can't-
I won't.
I
Watch
like
it.
Knock. You don't wanna
It's
step
good.
on his toes, man.
Again, Roku channel on web browser with ad blocker, no commercials. If you have a Roku TV, it's free on the Roku channel. Just search it. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. You got to watch like 6 commercials if you do it that way, which I've done before. I mean, I've watched it both ways because
Gotcha.
I have 2 Roku TVs. It's totally worth it. It's really
Madonna
funny,
should be the villain according to you.
dude. No, it's insane.
That would have been back when Madonna was a human.
This
Yeah.
was
Whatever she is now.
her like a virgin days. Like
Oh,
so they
wow.
in the girl that plays her, I don't remember who she is. Looks just like 80s Madonna. Like knocked it out of the fucking park. Yeah.
Lord Toth says Weird Al wasn't bad. 6 out of 10.
Oh, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. You're being mean. That was good. It wasn't perfect, but man, it was good.
Well, all
It was
right.
so
We
good.
are over time tonight, guys. It's
All
time
right,
for
brother.
me
Yeah,
to
go
get
eat your
back
steak.
dinner. I'm going
Yeah.
to, but first we're gonna check in with everybody and see where they're at. Starting with John. Let us know what's going on with you, brother.
Well, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. I'm in Pop Culture Minefield. Same thing Fridays at 2 and Saturdays at noon. Mondays, I'm on that 70s rock fan for Only Talk and Roll.
Yep.
And I'm here. And I am behind the scenes for the Sunday wrestling show on Pop Culture Minefield, 1 p.m. Central.
Very cool, man. All right. Thanks for coming, John. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you have a great year next year. Matt, tell them where you're at, buddy.
Nothing much to promote. Just want to show some support to everybody on the panel and anybody in the chat that has a channel. And that's pretty much it. Joe, thanks for having me on. But that's all I got.
All right, man. Gotcha. Knock, tell them where you're at, brother.
Well, I'm at my home in Virginia.
You asshat.
Oh,
Tell
I'm
them
sorry.
what's up.
No, I'm here sometimes on Wednesdays, and then also we got our Sunday morning show where we discuss a little bit of college, and then we do our weekly pick'ems in the NFL. That's at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. There's I might be here. There's a pretty good chance I'll be there.
I told
We have
Matt
a
you
lot
may
to
not
talk
be there.
about.
Matt
There's
does
so
that
much-
with us too, by the way, guys.
Because
And,
I'll be there.
it's going to be a crazy day because it's 2 weeks left in the season for the NFL, and the first week of the very first, the 2 playoff games for the college football would be the night before. So
Yep.
lot
So
of stuff
that's
going
going to be a
on.
lot of fun, no doubt. Thanks for coming, Knock. I appreciate you being here, man. Justifier Jim, you actually showed up to something other than my sketch show. I love it, man.
I
That's
know.
awesome.
I'm proud
he's
of
busy.
myself.
He's busy writing that script. That's what he's doing.
That's right.
Right.
There you go.
So, as Joe just mentioned, you can catch me here on Saturdays. Not until the 7th.
right, not
now
till the
we're taking a
7th.
hiatus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Sketching the Privateer, a comic book born. Also, I do have my own channel, as you see there, Justifier Jim. I don't really post on it too much, but 2023, I might try to change that a little bit, where I talk, Magic the Gathering, Power Rangers, Heroes of the Great Game, comic books, and I might talk a little bit about my story that I'm writing, The Justifiers. It's
There you
a
go, man.
superhero team. Yeah, good stuff.
Tell him, guys, he needs to do his tabletop gaming on his channel. Tell him. I'm telling you, man, you could really take off as a channel doing
Well,
that.
so what do you mean? He already tabletop games, but he's not
Yeah.
streaming? Dude,
No, he's
why
not
aren't
streaming it. Yeah.
fucking straight? What does it hurt? Just set up a camera. No, because he's right. No, I'm sorry. He's right. He's
Hey.
100% right.
I've been telling him, but if he decides to do it, he'll do it, man, for sure. Danny, tell him where you're at, buddy.
Oh, hey everybody! I'm on the Twitter, the Elon Musk evil Twitter, right there at Dork Night LV. The LV's for Las Vegas.
Yes.
And so, couple things. Lord Toth, thank you. So Madonna was Evan Rachel Wood, for those who didn't know.
Boy, he's lighting up the chat, isn't he?
And that's the chick from Westworld, which is getting removed from HBO Max, like completely.
Weird.
Not just canceled, but like taken off.
If you know me, I rate movies and TV very hard.
Yeah, that was a response because he said Weird Al was 6, and I said it should have been an 8, but that's fine. So as far as where you can find me, we've talked about it quite a bit. Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific, whatever that is, Eastern, or wherever the fuck you live. Dork side of the ring. Where we're going to make your knees weak, your liver quiver, and your brain explode with all the latest wrestling news. And this Sunday, brother, on the New Year's Day special episode, we are talking. What are we talking, Joe? What are we talking, brother?
We're talking about the biggest news and scandals of 2022 in the world of wrestling.
Ooh,
You didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
What?
Yeah, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah, Lord.
other than that, I guess I should promote this. This is terrible. Thursdays, which I believe is tomorrow. 5 o'clock my time, so whatever the fuck time that is for you
7
guys.
o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Thank you. I am on Salty Trekker's YouTube channel. Google
Yes.
it, Salty Trekker. And so normally, I need to call him. I don't know what we're reviewing tomorrow, to be honest with you. So, because normally we review Willow and Wednesday, even though I've already watched all of Wednesday. So we were doing like an episode of Willow, episode of Wednesday.
Yeah.
But last week, we did a really cool, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Why are you going to distract me? Don't you know I have ADD? You can't do that. Let me tell you something, brother. We did last week. We did a Christmas special episode, which was a lot of fun. But Universal copyright struck us and took it down, and he didn't record it, and so it's gone forever. And I'm really bummed.
Oh my God, no!
I'm really bummed about that.
Oh, that's horrible.
Because we went over Fat Man with Mel Gibson and Violent Night with David Harbour.
Yeah, you
Oh,
love
that
that
was so
movie. That's
fucking-
another one you
and
dig.
I know, man. Like yes, you know how it's like. That's why I was so heartbroken when I was like, "Well, dude, do you have the recording?" And he was like, "No, my StreamYard was out of space, and I didn't think YouTube was going to do this, so I deleted it before they copyright claimed it." And I was like,
man.
"No." So, but
Are
anyway,
you doing that on Thursdays?
so on Thursday, I think we're gonna go over the last 2 episodes of Willow, and then the next 2 episodes of Wednesday from wherever the last one was. But once I'm done here, I'm supposed to call him, and he's probably gonna tell me to watch 2 movies that I'm gonna have to do
Right.
for homework tonight. So who knows? But
All
the
right.
point is, if you like my manic ADHD cussing retarded ass. You can tune in tomorrow at Salty Trekker, 5 o'clock Pacific. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. brother.
Retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Man, John, you just don't know. You're making us both jealous with that sound.
Oh, no. He sent me the link. I've already ordered it. I will have it. No, but the fucked up thing is I won't get it until January 13th to the 16th, which makes no sense because I have Amazon Prime, but it's all good.
Damn. All right, guys. Well, listen up. We're done for the rest of the year on the Brothers Hack the Matrix, but we will be back doing it next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. My brother and I breaking down the headlines of today. Go back and check out our 2022 show. It was a couple weeks ago on my channel. And also, we're not doing Sketching the Privateer Saturday. I'm relaxing, taking some time, and plus I had to get the script together for the second issue because that's what we're working on.
Ooh, yeah!
Sunday we will be back on. Matt from Small Time Republic and Knock and I. Hopefully, Knock will make it. We'll understand if he doesn't because he is moving, but hopefully he'll make it. And we're going to talk about the college football playoff from Saturday evening. And
Playoffs?
Playoffs? What? Playoffs? I just hope we win another game. And we'll also cover week 17 in the NFL, which is going to be a lot of fun. Some of the spots have already been taken, but there's some teams out there trying to fight to get in, man, and it's going to be fun to watch it down the stretch. On Sunday nights from 9 to midnight, I'll be doing Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, and I'm doing a walkthrough of The Force Unleashed, so check me out on Twitch playing video games over there. And we will be back.
Whoa, is that the GameCube game?
No, that one I'm playing on a PS3. I'm playing it on a PS3. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is it the same game as the one that was on the GameCube?
Could be. I don't know if the GameCube was still going when the PS3 got started.
When is this? I'm going to write this down because I actually love that game and I would love to watch you play it.
Okay, sure. It's 9 p.m. Central, which would be 7 p.m. your time.
7
till 10 o'clock your time. Midnight.
What day?
Here, on Sunday nights.
So part 1 is what? New Year's Day?
Part 1 is up on YouTube already.
Oh shit! It is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll check your channel.
Yeah, I'm part 3. I'm going to be doing. So I think I have to upload the second episode of it. So
my oldest son and I played that game. I loved it together.
It is fantastic.
Fucking love this game.
It's my favorite Star Wars game.
It really, it's a great game. We played
it on the. And the story is great. I'd love to see him make a movie out of it, man.
We played it on the GameCube. But if you guys don't want to play it but want to see the story, if you go to YouTube and just do like Force Unleashed cutscenes, they have they have the whole thing.
You can watch the whole game that way. Yep. Yeah. And of course, we'll be back with my motley crew, whoever has time to hang out with me. Had a great crew tonight. I'm glad you guys all showed up. Thanks for coming. It's going to be a good year this year, I think. I think I had a good year for the first year of YouTube, and I made some great friends. I'm glad to have all you guys around. Wait a minute. What are you showing, John? What do you got there?
That was my Christmas present to myself.
Oh,
you got a Switch.
Nice, man. Very cool.
My son is so spoiled. He got 6. He gave us a list of 35 things, and for whatever reason, everybody decided to get the Switch games and got him all 6 Switch games. So it's like that was on his list. It's fucking spoiled.
Well, listen, guys, my steak is getting cold as we speak.
Go. Get out of here. Go. Bye.
For my great panel and all the rest of you out there watching, thanks for coming. Appreciate you contributing and having a good time with us. And until I see you again in 2023, keep on keeping on, and God bless.